Hold on, let me pop it out. Can you not hear me? Pop out chat. Pop it out. Uh-oh. I don't want to hear myself talking. Pin. Okay. Yep. Getting stuff set up here. StreamYard. Hello, Tim and Civvy. Just getting set up. You're not getting a camera from me right now. My hair is a mess and, well, I don't want to brush it. There. So I pinned at the top if anybody wants to come up. I haven't cooked the turkey today. I got the pan. Um, the pan that somebody gave me is dirty, so I have to clean it. Um, but the turkey is being brined, so I'm gonna just do everything tomorrow. And I didn't postpone it because the pan was dirty. That I can wash that. That's no problem. But um, I don't know. I just didn't really feel like brining the turkey last night. And the last thing I want to do is cook a dry ass turkey. So, but the turkey was pretty thawed, and it was a lot bigger than I thought. Um, barely fit in this pan that this man brought. So, anywho, hey Jan, Evie Mux or not Evie Mux, StreamYard let me back in, so I don't have to cut it off at 2 hours. I hope everybody else had a good turkey day. I think next year, I'm just going to go ahead and have um, my own turkey pan, um, like a permanent washable, reusable turkey pan. Yeah, I don't see Sibby in the basement yet. Oh, there she is. StreamYard is faster than EV Mux.
Yeah, I like. I'm I'm on the fence on the way EV Mux is. I don't like having to use Safari at
Yeah,
all. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I was listening to some of the bad cooking advice, and I noticed that my mic is really struggling. If this is what my customers hear, I need a different mic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because it sounds okay to me. I mean, there's times when you seem to be a little on the soft side,
Yeah, yeah,
but
I think this is not a very good mic. I'm really disappointed with it. And
well,
it comes with the headset,
if you get
so
that Plantronics one,
the one that clips to the shirt. Well,
no, the bone conduction one
the
that
bone
we were looking
conduction.
at.
Yeah,
Remember that one
yeah,
that we were looking at?
yeah.
I've got the Shocks open ear or open something or other, open run, something like that. But it's made for smaller heads because
Mm,
Timmy's got the full on, big badass one, but it's like it's
right.
too big on my head, you know.
Yeah, I get too many complaints from customers, and I'm tired of hearing it. Oh, I can't hear you. You sound really bad, and just over and over every single call. It's just like, oh my God, you know,
That's so weird.
I know.
Well, you just might need to get a headset.
I have a headset. Oh, you're talking about like just for work, right?
Yeah, and then just use it for your streaming too.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. I can't get my supervisor to sit on a call with me and listen to the issue. Yeah. Not I'm sorry, not on a customer call, but on Teams. I can't get
oh,
them to, low priority.
right. Well, yeah. I'm surprised I was actually able to even get a computer out of my bosses.
Mm,
Because it's like I was getting frustrated. Um,
yeah. Hey,
well, I totally get
serious
it.
serious question.
All right, serious
Does
answer.
does the turkey actually have to be fully covered by the brine?
It. I mean,
I've got
yeah.
it pressed down, but
Okay.
there's like an inch of turkey back that's not quite covered. It's in the
Well,
fridge.
just flip it upside down. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's in the fridge. I wouldn't worry so much about it. Go ahead, ask me how my day was, dear.
How was your day?
My day was effed up. Thank you for asking.
Sorry.
Would you like to know what happened to me today?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so I'm feeding 200 people. My presentation turkey I did yesterday, and I bruleed it so that
Ooh.
all that sugar would like encase the turkey and keep it moist. And
Yeah.
as it started to cool, the sugar would start to and while it was in the cooler overnight, that the sugar would start to uh, you know turn back into somewhat liquid form and kind of drip
Hmm.
down, and there would still be some crackle on it, but
Yeah.
not a lot, right?
Right.
And I told my breakfast cook, leave the turkey alone. I'll be in the morning and I'll come take care of it. So I wander in this morning and I'm all happy. I got my coffee in hand and I'm looking at my breakfast cook and I'm looking at my 75-year-old Vietnamese retiree that comes to work 2 days a week, and she's got this frickin' fruit display that's supposed to look like a turkey, and she's using all of my expensive salad lettuce to create a bed for it. And she's got my carving station board, and I'm like, what the? And my personal platter that I brought in for specifically for my turkey, my presentation turkey. And I'm like, I just don't want to deal with this morning. So I go walk around the corner and I'm talking to my breakfast cook, who was in first at 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning. And I'm like, so how's it going? And she's telling me, I'm sorry. I tried to tell her. I said, what? And she's like, I tried to tell her to leave your turkey alone. I'm like, oh no.
No.
What happened to it? So she points with a knife in her hand. She points the knife to the steam well, and I lift the lid up, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, WTF? Where the F is my skin on my turkey, and why does my turkey look like this? What the hell happened? And I'm freaking out. And my breakfast cook says, sorry, I tried to tell her. She wouldn't listen. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? And I'm dropping F bombs. And I'm like, all right, what the hell? It was burnt. I said it wasn't burnt. It was bruleed. There's a difference. It was a hard sugar crackle on it to help keep in the moisture. It's supposed to look like that. And she's like, it was as dark as this, and she was pointing to the Hershey's chocolate syrup bottle that was sitting above my station, right? And I'm like, it's supposed to look like that. All the sugar, it's caramelized. It's not burnt. How am I supposed to serve this? I can't serve this. This is an embarrassment. Well, you think we got time to put the? We got another turkey. I said it's going to take 7 hours. We don't have 7 hours. And she's giggling and, oh, I'm so sorry. You know how people giggle when they're nervous or embarrassed.
Yeah, involuntary, inappropriate laughter.
Right. She's
Yeah.
one of those. And she also doesn't speak English very well. So I was eerily silent all frickin' morning. Just didn't want to talk to anybody. Didn't want to talk to anybody because I was fighting back tears, embarrassed because I was so proud of this turkey because I cooked it the night before and it was supposed to just rest with its sugar, um, its sugar coating on it, and then you know it was just supposed to. It was, anyway. So my executive director walks in, and he's the executive director for the whole building. I'm the culinary director. In other words, I run my department. And so he's like, how's it going? I go, I don't want to talk about it. And I walked away. So a little while later, I'm going outside because I needed to go outside because I was still fuming over it and I didn't want to explode. So I've been eerily quiet because that's what I do. If I can't cuss people out, which you can't cuss people out in a corporate environment because you
Nope.
could end up in HR quicker than you could say boo. And
Yep.
I'm like, what the hell, man? What the actual effing hell? He comes walking outside. Can you come over here for a second? I go, I have a cigarette in my hand. I don't want to offend you with it. Oh, you're not going to offend me. I'm like, okay, fine. I start crying. I said, I knew I should have stayed the night. I knew I should have just gone and got myself a blanket and parked myself for the night in the break room or in the marketing director's office on the sofa in there. I knew I should have done it. I knew I should have done it so I could have gotten up at 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning so I can be the freaking bodyguard to this goddamn turkey. And he goes, "What the hell's going on?" I go, "My turkey is missing its skin and it's so overcooked that it's embarrassing. I can't serve it. I can't serve it." And
Mhm.
so we go walking into the kitchen, and he looks at it. He goes, "Yeah, that does look pretty damn bad." And I said, "Yeah, I did not approve of this. I gave instructions to my breakfast cook because she was going to be the first one in. And if I say something to one of them, they need to convey that message, and that's it. He goes, well, people are afraid of you right now. I said, they should be. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm being very quiet, and I'm not yelling at anybody right now. I'm showing restraint because if I were the chef that I was 6 years ago, you would have walked me to my car and told me to get out. You don't want me to be that person. You don't want me to be that person. It's taken me a lot to learn restraint and it's been a work in progress to not yell at people and be a Filipina Gordon Ramsay. You know, it's taken a lot. It takes a lot out of me to have to be that person. You know, and I, yeah, and so we're out at the dumpster talking about this, and I'm like in tears. I'm like, I can't serve this. This is an embarrassment. There, the only thing that I could do to this turkey is just carve it up back here and pray, or use it in something else. And so, as on his way out, after we had a successful brunch service, he comes back and he gives me a fist bump and he says, "Can I have the wings off your turkey?" I said, "Yeah, you can have the wings off my turkey." The only part of the bird that still had skin left on it.
Yeah.
And I told him to taste the skin because it's a very, very unique flavor. It's totally not like the turkey that I did, but it kind of is in a kind of sort of way. That's why my turkey was so dark for my live stream. It wasn't burnt. It was the sugar. The it was it was sugar, and sugar caramelizes like that to that deep ebony color, and it adds a whole other depth of flavor to it because it brings out natural molasses tones to
Yeah.
it that just makes it's kind of a, how do you put it? It's a kind of a West Indies sort of method of sorts, and um, it has a very unique flavor to it, you know. And this one was the one that I did at work was a dry brine or dry rub because I just didn't have time to brine it, just didn't have time, and so here I am, and he's like, "No, I can definitely taste it." You know, and he goes, it tastes very good. And I'm like, yeah, it does. I've never effed up a turkey before in my life until today because I should have stayed the night and stood bodyguard to that turkey. No, you didn't need to do that. I said, yeah, I did. So that's my bad. That's my fault for not staying the night. But the thing is why should I have to? Why do I have to sacrifice sleeping in my own bed at night for that? I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. I don't know.
I'm so sorry about that.
And everybody warned me. She's a diva. She tries to take control. She thinks that she runs the show for these events. I'm like, well, that's not going to happen. Well, guess what? It happened. And it's like I did end up talking very sharply to her right in front of the business office manager, who has nothing to do with my department. She's basically the person that takes care of all the office stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
and I said rather loudly, and it's supposed to look that dark, and my turkey has no skin. And why does my turkey not have any skin? I didn't say take the skin off the turkey. I don't know why people can't just leave my stuff alone, really loudly. So that, and she was
What?
standing about 10 feet away from me, so I wanted to make sure she could hear me over the hood vent and the dishwasher. That was making a
Right.
lot of noise, and so I just went for it. I'm like, screw this, you know.
Hold,
So
hold,
bad.
hold on just a second, Civvy. Hey, Jim, the guy that just came into the one with the name that didn't match his registration. You have a small penis, and the banner clearly says that your face has to be on screen. Okay, not your one-eyed Willy Wonder Bandit or whatever the fuck it was I just saw up on that screen. You've been banned
No.
from the studio, so don't come back.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
go ahead, Civvy.
Oh no, are you freaking kidding me right now?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Oh God.
I just banned uh, somebody from my studio who came in under a female's name, but um, the name when you go to those three dots was Jim.
Ah,
And as soon as I put this banner up that says you must, be a chat participant, no naked bodies, no genitals, they turned on their camera or whatever it was, their feed or whatever, and all I saw was penis
yeah.
or
Oh
something.
boy. They're
And
just all sorts of freaking special. And
when
just
you have to use only two fingers to work it, sorry.
eh, 2 fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me they got baby hands too, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh my
It was a
God.
grown man. It was a grown up for sure. But yeah. No, sorry, not sorry. Bye, Jim.
This is
Anyway,
not OnlyFans, you guys. God dang. What the hell's wrong with people?
yeah, I don't know. Congratulations. You're the first person to be banned officially from my panel. Anyway.
God.
Oh, Jimmy Tangy. Yeah, no, Jimmy, I need to see your face and you need to be a participant in chat. Okay, now we're showing now we're showing a cell phone camera of the same video that Microtik just showed in the basement. So,
Micro dick. Okay. That's freaking funny.
Jimmy, that you're never fully anonymous on the internet ever,
Yeah, MAC
and it
addresses can be.
never forgets, ever. You leave
Yeah.
footprints everywhere, no matter how many VPNs you use, no matter how many uh, cell phones you use to relay your messages or whatever. I think I just saw. Um, you're not anonymous.
Yeah, MAC addresses don't lie.
Nope.
Every computer has 2 MAC addresses,
Yep.
one on the hard drive and one on the network.
Yep. MAC addresses are hard coded into
The hard drive.
the 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 devices. I
Yeah.
used to I used to assign MAC addresses on a manufacturing floor to single pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
Drops Homestead. Yeah.
People are dumb. People are dumb. Oh. That's,
Hi, Drops.
that's, I just don't understand. Just don't understand why they have to do that. What makes them feel so compelled to show their winkies? It's like, Wow. It's like just plain
Drop
wow.
Drops Homestead is here. How are you doing, Drops?
Hi, Drops.
Just dealing with some naked basement trolls.
Naked
That
basement
was not
trolls.
on my menu for Thanksgiving.
This is why you should never let anybody just pop on unless you know that they're known in your channel.
Oh no. Oh no. I did not let him just pop on. They had to sit in the basement.
I would be like, screen capping it and sending it straight to StreamYard. Let them deal
What
with it. They can go in and search him by MAC address.
what was really funny is the toddler-esque tantrum this person threw in the basement with another account using a cell phone filming whatever it was they had on their screen.
Oh,
It's not, too quick for me to actually ban the second account. So anyway,
one.
so
So
your brunch went well.
yes,
It
everybody was happy. Just I wished I had. My boss is like, you got to give them direction. I said I've been giving them direction all morning. I did not give them direction to peel off the skin off my turkey. That happened before I even got here this morning. And he's like, oh, I get it, I get it. And I said, and I've been directing them all morning, and they keep coming in and asking me to help them with this because they only have 2 servers. And I'm like, I'm trying to cook here, you dumbasses. It's like, for
yeah.
crying out loud, like, leave me alone. So it's like, and one of my cooks is like, what do you need? This is what I need. What do you need? This is what I need. What do you need? This is what I need. And so she would just go hobble off and go and take care of stuff. And then there's a 75-year-old. She didn't even oil the goddamn pineapple tops before putting them
Hmm.
on the fruit platters.
Mm.
And it's like, come on. So I'm like, normally I would just take some pan spray and just spray it down and then give it a good shake, right? But it's like she'd already had them set, so it's like I'm wiping each frickin' spear with a frickin' towel doused in oil, to get rid of that white film on it, so it looks pretty. And it's like, and I got the oil bottle in hand. I got a brand new clean rag, and she's like, "Oh, it need oil," and I'm like, "No kidding, Sherlock." God damn.
Where do you said pineapple tops? Where do you oil the pineapple tops?
The tops, the spears, it's sticking out of the top of the pineapple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and what I do is I usually just get some pan spray, and I'll just spray the whole thing, and then just give it a good shake, just to shake off any excess, and it's fine. Either that, or what you could do is just get a bucket of oil and just dip it, and just be done with it. Give it a good
Yeah,
shake and let it drain upside down for a little while until all the excesses dripped off, and it'll be fine. But I hate having to sit there and wipe things down. You could also use like
right.
a like um, medical swabs, but that's kind of tedious too. Especially when we're short on time. But it's like, for crying out loud, just why can't you just leave stuff alone? It's not yours to touch. Don't touch. No touchy touch. No touchy touch.
Right.
God.
Daniel Edward, do you even blink?
Huh?
Oh, I've got another one in the basement. He says his name is Daniel Edward, but he doesn't really look it. Yeah. Yep. Same guy.
Just screen cap it, send it to StreamYard. They can go in and hunt it down because they've got transcripts of all the all the ins and outs
Yeah.
of everybody with timestamps, and if all else fails, since he's doing that, he could be getting a phone call from the FBI for sexual harassment.
Yeah. Well,
Let's see how he likes
true.
having to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life.
Right.
Used to work with the Department of Corrections, dude. I know how this shit works.
Band guests. Yeah. A stalker. Yeah. Yeah. A stalker. I haven't had a stalker in a very long time. Yeah. I wouldn't do that. If anybody was ever thinking about stalking, I wouldn't do that. I would just stay away from me really far.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta love it.
Like it's now three different accounts, the same video. I've determined it's a video. It's the same video. Um,
Well, there should be a help icon back
oh
there.
yeah, need help. Yeah,
Yeah, just click on that and say being sexually harassed by some pedophile. And there you go.
yes, just me. Yeah. Any hoozle. So my
Anywho,
turkey is brining, and tomorrow morning, because I put it in about 8 o'clock, 8:30 ish tonight.
yeah,
So I'm gonna get it out, drain the brine because I guess the brine's not going to be really good for much of anything now because you know it's had a raw
yeah,
turkey in it for 12 hours.
yeah.
Um, so I pat the turkey dry. I've got butter. I've got
Mhm,
more herbs,
mhm.
so I can make an herbed butter and then stuff it under the skin and then on the
Why?
skin and then
Why
huh?
would you put it? Why would you put it? That's what I don't understand. This is why people end up with dry turkeys. They futz with it too much.
Yeah,
You hit it on a high heat for the first hour, and then you tent it very gently with, you know, ample amount of ventilation so it doesn't steam, right? And you drop the temperature down and just let it go low and slow for the rest of the day until your thigh reaches 180, 185, your breast is 170, 175, and then you let it rest for an hour. Because contrary to popular belief, turkey does not need to be served piping hot, fresh out of the oven.
no, I never. You'd burn yourself.
Oh, you'd be amazed at how many complaints I hear from people. Oh, my turkey is not hot. I want my turkey hot. Why can't you just carve it right then and there? No, because there's a rest period, and it's a minimum of 1 hour rest period on a turkey. You know, but don't disrupt the skin because what'll happen is it'll cause the skin to shrink, it'll cause shrinkage, unnecessary shrinkage, and then you get your breast meat exposed to um, the potential drying out. And then next thing you know, you got a dry ass turkey. If anything, just dab the top of the skin with some olive oil and call it a day. And just, after it's been in the oven for a couple of hours, then you should have enough pan drippings to, baste the turkey here and there. But whenever I'm baking a turkey, I just, blast it on high temperature, like 375 to 400 degrees, depending on whether or not you have a convection oven.
I'm gonna take them in and feed.
Okay. And anyway, so, you know, 375, 400, and then after that, drop it down to
Come on, let's go get
275 to 300 with a light tent. Just leave it be and just forget about it.
I don't have a tent, actually.
You
Shoot.
don't have any aluminum
Well,
foil?
no, I could run and get some tomorrow.
You got a paper bag? Like a paper grocery bag?
No, no, I don't.
Mm. Butcher paper. What about butcher paper?
No.
Okay. Alright. You need foil. You definitely need foil.
Yeah. There were a lot of things I neglected to get this year. That's why my Thanksgiving is postponed.
Mm.
More than likely, we'll just be having the turkey with a couple of sides, and then eat leftover turkey sandwiches for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
I don't have any cornbread mix, but I do have blue cornmeal, and flour and baking powder and salt and stuff like that, so I can make and sugar, and I can make a blue cornbread. It'll be just
Hmm.
fine.
You could also do
Um,
corn pudding.
yeah, that's the plan for. That was the plan for the Jiffy Mix is corn pudding or corn casserole, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Hey, drunken chef!
Hey, drunken chef. I'm just so tired.
I'd let drunken chef up on the panel, or
Yeah.
drops, or Timmy, or Jan. But Jan went to bed.
I'm about to
Shawnee,
go
of
to bed
course.
here pretty soon,
Are
too.
you?
Yeah, pretty soon. We're just so tired. I fell asleep at the kids' house. Timmy, uh, Timmy was like, "Wake up!" I'm like, "What?" It's just they got a sofa over there. It's so comfortable. I was just curled up in the corner, and just you know, and just I just fell asleep. And just the temperature was just perfect. It wasn't hot, wasn't cold. It was comfortable, and I just I was just laying in the corner on the sofa and was like all curled up on the sofa and just fell asleep. Everybody was watching football. This was after dinner, so it's like, and of course it's pissing down rain here, and that was not fun. I don't like driving in the rain in the dark out here in the middle of nowhere because everybody rides with their damn high beams on, you know.
Yeah, I hate high beams. I try and
Yeah, me
avoid
too.
driving at night. I've got astigmatism. I do have toric contact lenses, and they help, but not not really enough. But I don't have I mean, I could drive at night. I'll just try not to. Except really late at night when there's hardly any traffic on the road. Those
Well,
LED lights. Mm-mm.
oh yeah. Well, I'm pretty much night blind. I shouldn't even be driving at nighttime, but I do. I don't have a restriction, but I've got a rare um, eye deformity, and so my one of my eyes didn't fully develop as it should. So I have a hole in my iris, and it goes all the way to the through the retina. I've got a hole in my retina and my iris.
Oh,
So if you look at my eye really closely, but it's in bright lights, which I don't like bright lights because I can't see. Um, it looks like I have one cat eye. You know, it's fully visible, but because my eyes are so dark, if you're not right up on me, you
yeah.
know, in my face, you're not going to see it.
Yeah,
Um,
my son's eyes are so dark that you really, really have to look in his eyes to see any pupil. Um,
but you know, so part of my iris is missing, um, which is funny because it's like, you know, I have a glare intolerance and I can't see well in the dark. I have really bad depth perception, but the weird part of it is one of the cool things about it is that I can actually see more color with the one eye than what the average eye can see.
yeah.
So, but at the same time, it's also annoying and it causes me a lot of headache. So,
Yeah.
um,
Ow, 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 ow.
and there's no way to fix that. There's no way to fix it. It does raise my likelihood of developing glaucoma. Apparently, the only way to fix it is if I ever have a cataract in that eye, they can actually go in and repair the iris. Um, but at the same time, the other eye has a mild form of microphthalmia, which you know coincides with this, and it's known as charge syndrome, um, where I have a coloboma in one eye, microphthalmia in the other eye. It's very mild though. It's somewhat noticeable, but not really. And my ears are smaller than they should be, and they're pinned back really tight. And you know, then I had like you know some heart problems when I was young, and um, if you have like three or more of the characteristics, then they diagnose you with charge. Um, I'm not, I don't have any mental retardation, so it's like don't have to worry about that part. That one's just canceled out. I'm not on the spectrum, you know. I don't have any learning disabilities, no developmental delays, but I got a funky eye, another funky eye, and small ears, and a weird heart problem that they can't figure out, and there's nothing they can do about it. I mean, you know, it just is what it is.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
oh God, I'm so tired.
Me too. We were up at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning um, because the blood sugar went to unreadable on the meter,
Oh
low.
no. Oh
Yeah.
God.
He woke up because of it. Checked his CGM reader. You know, check the Dexcom reader. It said low, so he did a finger poke. It also said low, and then he woke me up because he didn't feel safe trying to go find a snack. So,
Poor kid.
you know, so he apologized for waking me up, and I'm like, "What are you apologizing for? It's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
Right.
wake me up. That's, you know, because what if he went out into the kitchen and passed out and
And
without
hit
getting
his
a snack?
head.
Yeah, or didn't get a snack in time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I wholeheartedly agree.
Hmm.
My one of my used to bowl in a bowling league, and one of the gentlemen that was on my team, his wife was having a low blood sugar moment in the middle of the night. So she got out of bed and quietly went into the kitchen. And on the way into the kitchen, she she passed out and hit her head on the coffee table. And he
Hmm.
woke up later that morning and found her dead on the floor.
That's kind of what happened to one of my neighbors, except he had a seizure, not a low blood sugar. Is he had a seizure in the living room, um, and his spouse was asleep, didn't hear him, and fell and hit his head, and then somehow got wedged between the wall and the sofa. I don't know how, but yeah, he did not make it, and
Yeah,
I didn't hear a thing. This was in the middle of the night. Everybody but him was asleep. I got questioned. His spouse got questioned. Anybody within that could have been within earshot of that got questioned because nobody knows how it happened.
well, every time we have a death in the community, it's like the police come out to do an investigation. So I get it. They want to make sure that there was no foul play.
Yeah.
Usually when in that case, it's like they know that okay, so this person was elderly or disabled or has some
Hmm.
health conditions, and because they have to relay that to the medical examiner.
Yeah.
They have to
Since he's a
file their
preteen,
report.
he has no concept of portioning and what is it called, conserving
Yeah,
things. Like if we only have 8 of something, we're not going to eat them all at once, right?
right.
And then he goes and eats 4 and then 4 more. And then we don't have any for later. Like I'll buy cases of apple juice, and said cases of apple juice will get consumed too quickly, and I'm guilty. Okay, and so we're gonna have to, you know, not just dip into the apple juice.
I get that because I have problems with hypoglycemia.
Hmm.
I'm not diabetic. I have hypoglycemia,
Yeah, I
and
have episodes every few months. Nothing really to um, get concerned about and go to the doctor. But yeah, you get low blood sugars a lot.
not a lot, just every once in a while, and I end up over snacking because I
Yeah.
panic,
Yep.
and
So
it's like,
last night he got 4 fudge stripe cookies because we didn't know how low the blood sugar actually was because it was not registering. So 30 grams, basically about 30 grams of carbs, uh, or 33 grams of carbs for 4 of these cookies. And then he kept going and grabbing apples, and he was sitting up eating apples, and I'm like, dude, calm down, slow down.
yeah,
Let's pace this. But when you're in that low, and you feel like you need to eat the whole kitchen, you know.
yeah. It's one thing that people don't understand, is that no, practice moderation. No, that's not how this works. You go in
Right.
full on panic mode because it's like, oh my God, am I gonna die?
Yeah.
Um, so you just start you know, consuming a bunch of stuff, and then next thing you know, you're waiting for 10 or 15 minutes and nothing's happening. You still
Right.
feel shaky and disoriented, so you eat more, and when actually it wasn't 10 or 15 minutes, it was 5 minutes, because your
Mhm.
clock is off because you have it. Yeah, it's like you go stupid. You just plain go stupid, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, the fact that he has to constantly be on insulin because his body doesn't make it means that lows are a real threat. They could really, they can happen. You change activity, you do more activity than you're used to, and then your your basal rate or your long acting, whichever one, whether you're on a pump or on a shot, um, will bring you down quicker because of all the exercise,
yeah,
which can be a good thing and a bad thing. You know, not sure what happened last night. I'm not sure because I counted the carbs, I gave him the insulin, and he ate the food. You know, but he still went freaking low in the middle of the night,
yeah,
and he had not been outside. So I don't know what happened. Right now, he's just fine. You know, I don't know
yeah.
what happened.
Once when he stops growing, it you could find a new normal.
Could be the hormones.
Yeah, very much
He has
so.
11.
Yeah. So,
My uncle, so he's type 1. My uncle is type 2, but he's a physician. Um, and actually, I talked to him about it today when he called, told him what happened, and he's pretty sure that it was probably a fluke because usually he doesn't go well like that in the middle of the night. I don't know what frick happened, you know,
poor
maybe
kid.
adrenaline. Yeah, he said he thought it was a compression glow at first, which is why he got up and actually did a finger poke. And then he said once he started moving, he started feeling crappy and rubbery. So he was doing sleep burpees, maybe so, Tim.
Sleep burpees. Did Timmy just say sleep burpees?
Yes, he did.
Oh my goodness, he's so funny.
Yeah. Well, it drops, you know, it couldn't hurt to just go in and get a checkup, get some blood work done and see because you could be diabetic and not know it, or you could be in perfect health. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I know I'm not diabetic. I'm keeping an eye on myself because both run in the family now, apparently.
I just wish there was a way to help people.
Help people how? With what?
Find a cure to diabetes and all
Oh,
these
yeah.
other. But then again, it's like I don't think they ever will because they make way too much money on the drugs that they peddle.
So, it, diabetes is way more complicated than um, it's individual. It's pretty complicated. The only
Yeah,
medication my son's on is the insulin. He absolutely cannot go without that. He is not going to start making insulin again. Any therapy that he gets where they transplant islet cells or islet cells or whatever you want to call them, his body's just going to attack those again. It's really terrible. But yeah, there should be a cure. My mom, I'm pretty sure, had really terribly uncontrolled type 2 because I know she had type 2, but I don't think it was very well controlled. And she had complications because of it, heart complications and stuff like that. More internal complications than external. That makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
She didn't have the circulation problem in her feet, but it affected her in so many other ways besides that.
That's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
I thought that my son's was the only one, like his was a fluke, a one-off thing, and then my cousin's daughter was diagnosed a couple of years ago with type 1. So now we're like, huh, what's going on here? And this is on the same side, my mom's side, from one of her brothers. So no, it was her sister's son. Well, but anyway, um, yeah, her sister, my aunt's son, not my uncle's son. It's just kind of strange, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if I had another kid, would they also get it? What triggered it? I don't know.
You never know. I mean, the only way to find out is through DNA test, and DNA tests are
Right.
not gonna do much for you. It's just gonna tell you, oh, increased likelihood.
Yeah, I've done the on myself. I've done the antibody tests. I've had that done. I don't have any, but I haven't done the genetic test.
Yeah, genetic tests cost a lot of money. We were trying to
When
find out if I had the BRCA, and they wouldn't approve it. And then they gave me a window of opportunity, but sent me a letter saying that I had a window of opportunity of 7 days to go get this done, and it took 3 days to get here. So try getting a appointment through University of Washington to go and have that DNA test done. You know,
yeah,
it was next to impossible because I had already gone there once for a consultation. They were going to see if they could push it, and it took months to get it approved, and then trying to schedule an appointment, in that short of notice, it's like they wouldn't be able to do it. And I was like, you know what? There's got to be some other way, and that's when I came across 23andMe and did the uh, did uh, the medical part where it tells you if you have a likelihood of this and likelihood of that, and blah 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 blah.
yeah.
Not just tell you where your ancestors came from, but it also gives you health information.
I think one of my sisters did one of the DNA testing sites, but I don't know which of the tests she did. But yeah, when children in Texas, I don't know when they started this, but in Texas, when babies are born, there's a mandatory genetic test for certain genetic diseases, and type 1 diabetes is not one of them, and it should be.
Yeah, it should be. It
Um,
should be, but they're not going to do it
but
because
he did come back clean for any of those specific genetic diseases, because some of them could just be absolutely downright deadly. There's one of them that if a child has it, and I can't remember what it's called, but if a child has it, they can't have any kind of formula or breast milk or anything like that because they don't make a certain enzyme or protein or something like that. They have to have what's called elemental. Well, I mean, they can have the elemental formula, but I can't remember what it's called, and it can be deadly if they don't eat correct. If if they don't have something,
Yeah,
you know. And I can't remember what it's called,
I
but
don't
that's one of
know.
the things they test for.
That's
Um,
messed up. You know,
yeah,
they need to do they need to run a full. You know, it would make life so much easier. At least that way you could be, you know, a parent could be better prepared in the event that their child does, you know, start to show symptoms of certain diseases. You know,
they did
but
do blood sugar testing when he was born, and it was, you know, the typical, oh, your newborn's blood sugar is a little bit low, but no problem. You know, as soon as they start eating, it'll be fine. And then he was fine. His blood sugar was always fine during doctor, you know, when they would do blood work for doctors' visits and stuff like that. And then just suddenly, it seems like out of the blue, um, you know, we were in the emergency room.
yeah. Oh God, I'm wiped
Mom's,
out.
oh, sorry.
I'm so wiped out. I'm just so wiped out. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm gonna try to go home early tomorrow. I'm just
Yeah,
wiped out.
I'm sick.
No, I'm gonna. No, I can't do that.
You can't do that.
No, because I still have to create the schedule. I have to do the menu. I have to
Mm,
do the order for Monday's delivery. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I have to do, and it's just it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. All the stuff I have to do on Fridays, and you know, and then I got meetings all next week, and it's like, oh God, just leave me alone. Can we
yeah,
not not do any meetings until the new year? You know, let us get through the rest of the holiday because I already told my boss I can't work on Christmas Day. I mean, tomorrow at least it's overtime, so it's like cool, you know, because it's holiday pay. So I'm not gonna say no to that because it's like, yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of freaking money. It's a lot of money. A lot. Lots.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's like I love those kind of paychecks because then I could just pay all my bills on one check and then don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about it for the next, you know, 4 weeks, you know, three
right.
weeks.
Yeah. As much as I like my coworkers and you know my supervisors are pretty cool, um, I need a better paying job,
Yeah, there's
you
got to be
know.
something out there. You're pretty smart. I think you should try for a tech
48
writer.
is a tech writer.
Yeah,
Yeah. At 48, I don't feel like people are going to take me seriously about, you know, changing gears. I mean, I already switched gears 2 years ago with this company. They gave
yeah,
me a chance, you know. They did. They gave me a chance. They all they did was look at my resume and um, interviewed me. My interviewer was overseas. Interviewed me. Didn't care about look. You know what? You know, didn't care about being on webcam. He's like, nah, I don't care. I see your resume right here. And I, you know, got in, and unfortunately, that department was not that department, but that contract was prematurely ended by the customer. So they kind of put peg in hole, and now I'm stuck talking to customers on the phone.
yeah, yeah. I don't like talking to people on the phone. I hate talking to people on the phone. Drives me
Yeah.
nuts.
No, drops 48 is not a baby. You know, I'm almost half a century old. You know, that's no.
I am a century, half a century old. It's just a number, you know. But anyway, I gotta. I think I need to go to bed here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have a good sleep and don't choke anybody tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to. I'm just gonna close my office door and hide, and just hide, and just hide, and just. Oh, you need me for something? F off. Go away. You know how to do
Right.
your job.
Well, people ought to know how to do their jobs if they're grown ass adults and they've been given given a job description and trained, they ought to know how to do their job and they ought to do it, right?
Yeah. Hey, Demoose.
Moose.
Yeah,
I'm
just
sorry.
it's just ridiculous, man. It's just absolutely freaking ridiculous. How come it doesn't show me the comments? There it is. I was looking at the
The
wrong
Moose is here.
screen.
Yeah, the
Huh?
comments. I've got the YouTube comments popped out on the other screen.
Uh, yeah, I don't. I'm too stupid tonight. I really wanted a couple
Well,
cocktails.
yeah, you're not stupid. Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on my tablet right now. I'm just being lazy and stupid.
Hmm. I'm eating a cookie. So.
Get off my lawn, you Gen Xers.
Drops, sweetheart. You're on my lawn right now.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. You get off my lawn. No,
They'll
you
have the
get off
IQ
my
of a
lawn.
Todd fence post.
Uh,
The Moose drops is playing around. He's joking. Or she. Drops, are you a man or a woman? I don't know. I'm sorry. I haven't seen your videos yet. I haven't ventured over to your channel yet. I'm sorry. Let me go venture over to Drops' channel because I don't know. Hold on.
I don't know
YouTube
either.
channel. Mm,
Yeah, a bunch of youngins, he says. Yeah, Timmy.
oh, okay. Drops is the
He's
man. Okay.
a man baby. Semantics, I know.
Bunch of youngins. Back in my day. Back in my day, I wandered the creek bed for miles and got home before 10 o'clock.
Drops Homestead.
Mm,
You channel.
hmm He's got, let's see. He got a new wood stove the other day. Oh, a year ago. Sorry, hold on.
Okay, in shorts, I see a bunny
Mm,
and some chicks
he's got an
and
indoor greenhouse.
Well,
some
and
chickens.
you got semester microbrains.
Cute chickens.
These guys like them if they get too big.
They look like nice, healthy chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, some plates
Sorry,
of food.
Drops, we're touring your channel right now.
Yeah, we're perving on your content.
Yeah.
Homemade pulled pork and beans. Ooh, that sounds so good.
Ooh.
I'm
Where,
gonna
where,
like
where?
that one. Shorts.
Oh,
Subscribe. Ooh, good choice. And oh, I got some of that in my cupboard. No iodized salt. Nachos.
pulled pork and
Jalapeno
beans.
nacho slices. Yeah, I know. Pork and
I'm gonna
beans.
guess that those are some sweet, like that's a sweet, like a kind of almost like a baked bean, or maybe is it a sweet?
Looks like a cowboy bean.
Oh, hey, yeah, you don't have to get monetized, Drops. I do my channel for fun. I'm never going to get anywhere close to being monetized. So, Drops
I
pulled
often
pork. What's for dinner? Heck yeah.
I often wonder if I'm ever gonna get monetized.
I posted a clip of the first bad cooking advice video where we talked about roadkill. This was before you came up on panel the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
How that,
You were freaking busting up. That was so funny.
and then the question about the size of the spatchcock just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely just sent us.
Off the deep end. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, Simon hit the unshare
He
the
had,
camera. He's like, nope, I can't hold a straight face. I'm gonna just turn off the camera. That was great. That was great. I loved it. That's so funny.
yeah, I was kind of half expecting to see Simon pop up, but he's probably doing Thanksgiving stuff and maybe, you know, already asleep with a full belly or something.
Yeah, probably, probably. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm
All
like
right.
dead. If I don't go to bed here, I'm not gonna go to bed. I'll just lay there and stress out.
I'm off until Monday. I'm getting paid for today and tomorrow. Well, today I'm getting paid for Thursday and Friday, so without having to go to work, so that's good.
That's very cool. I think I might do a what to do with the turkey leftovers video. Maybe I'll
Turkey
do it as a
sandwiches,
live
turkey
stream on
soup.
Sunday. Huh?
Yes. Yeah. You're not doing the wheel on Sunday? Or
I well,
put it here.
I got so much frickin' leftovers, man. I feel like I should do something with it before I
Yeah,
lose it. You know, use it
true.
use it before you lose it. And
Right.
that gravy was so frickin' bomb diggity. It's like
I bet
I
it
gotta do
was.
something with it. Oh God, it's like there's nothing finer than smoked gravy.
I have 3 loaves of wide pan whole wheat bread in my freezer right now. And I've got, the turkey's going to be cooked, and I've got another gigantic one in the freezer. I really need to thaw that one out and use it. But I see turkey soup, turkey sandwiches, um,
Pot
maybe
pies,
pot pies.
cottage
Yeah,
pie,
hmm doing all that turkey broth.
turkey
I've got a lot
enchiladas.
of I've got a lot of unemployed pint jars right now, so
Yeah,
I can make some turkey broth,
yeah,
turkey stock.
yeah.
Just
Turkey stock.
concentrate it,
Uh huh.
concentrate it a little bit, and then concentrate it into a pint jar, and then pressure can it, and then I'll have turkey stock whenever I need it.
Yeah, turkey Waldorf salad,
Oh God, yes.
or even just turkey salad on Hawaiian uh, dinner rolls. You know, as chicken salad sliders, or
God, turkey salad sandwiches.
just
Mm,
turkey salad and crackers. You know,
heck yeah.
or
We're gonna.
turkey or pulled turkey, barbecued turkey, frickin' sloppy joes. You know,
Drops. You need to make canning videos then.
yeah,
Hey, do you
canning
grow your own
video.
cucumbers or what do you do? I love canning. I just don't have a whole lot of space because I live
I
in
don't
this
have a
tiny.
lot of patience with canning. I just don't do it.
My
There's
mom
other
was
things I
convinced
would
I was
rather
going to
do with
kill
my
people
time.
when
Huh?
I started canning. My mom was convinced I was going to kill people.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. It's what my mom was like. Yeah, you're gonna botulism. It's like, oh,
I mean,
piss off, you
botulism is
donkey.
a real threat, but um, as long as you follow safe practices,
Yeah, sterilize your
it's
jars.
not a threat. You don't even
Yeah.
necessarily have to sterilize your jars if you're going to pressure can. You just wash them with soap and water. If you're water bathing something like, well, you should never, first of all, never water bath low acid, low sugar foods. But when you're water bathing, you do have to sterilize your jars. But pressure canning, I just wash them with soap and water, and the pressure canning process takes care of all that stuff.
Yeah, my grandmother used to do a lot of canning, and she was always that one person that's like, no, you gotta sterilize your jars. Sterilize, sterilize, sterilize. It's no wonder why I have OCD. I'm thoroughly convinced that those two women single-handedly caused me to develop OCD in
Yeah.
childhood.
Water bathing, yes, you should sterilize your jars. Pressure canning, soap and water works fine. Um, but because there's more than just botulism that can grow in the jar. Since
Yeah,
botulism, as you well know, you're a chef, so um, there are other anaerobic things that can grow in your jar. Mold.
right.
Well, that's not anaerobic, but you can. If you've got mold growing in your home canned goods, that means you're sealed with bad.
Yeah, yeah. But,
Um,
it's like listeria is another one. If
mhm,
you are not washing your produce first before canning,
mhm.
and I don't want to go through all of them. Got a
Yeah,
whole book. I had to take Serve Safe, and it's like, having to remember every single frickin'
yeah,
foodborne pathogen is, especially after the kind of day that I had. I mean, I've been up since 6 this morning, 5 this morning, 5:30, 5:30. Up since
guess I
5:30
can't
this morning.
highlight
Yeah.
comments from YouTube chat. Yeah, that's good drops. So you've seen basically the evolution of canning knowledge over the years. He bought his girlfriend a freezer. That's nice.
I got
Oh,
to
and
clean out mine
has
after we
videos.
had lost power. Just haven't had a chance to get in there and clean it all out yet.
Yeah, I'm still working on. Part of the reason I needed those blue tabs is I told you that my fridge is ooking me out.
Yeah,
I want to sanitize the inside of it, so I can store things in it. You know,
yeah.
the turkey is in my fridge, but it's also on a cookie sheet, in a turkey pan, in a brine bag, in a trash bag, in my fridge. That's not suspicious at all, is it?
No, no, it's not suspicious. It's perfectly all right. And this is bad kitchen advice. We're going to hell.
Well, yes, we are going to hell.
And when we say bad kitchen advice, we're saying this all tongue in cheek. Don't take us seriously.
Second late wife I fired from the kitchen. She got fat. I like fat women. Okay.
Hmm.
Okie
Okay.
dokie. How come that didn't show up in YouTube chat?
I don't know.
Let's see. Refresh. Let me just.
Make sure you're on all comments, not top.
Oh, you're right. I am on top chat.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. There we go. There's all of the comments there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's a
Anybody
type
ask
for
him it's a
everybody.
grill? Tell him it's a
There's a
gorilla head in the fridge.
there's
You
a
would,
there's a
Tim.
there's a type for everybody. I learned that.
Yeah.
There's a type for everybody.
My type is one that doesn't try to control me.
Yeah. I don't know what my type is.
I'm out of control. She lasted 20 years. She didn't starve. Well, nobody should starve. I think I would draw the line at poor hygiene. That's where
Yeah.
I'd draw the line.
Poor hygiene and drug use.
Yes, 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 yes. Poor
And
hygiene and
alcohol
drug
abuse.
use. Yeah. I mean, occasionally drinking, that's okay. But
Yeah. Yeah, but not excessive every frickin' day, every
right.
waking moment.
I can
Blah blah
barely
blah.
I can barely look, even drink anything because I'm here by myself with my kid. Okay. And I mean, of course, I've got neighbors with an earshot, so I'm not actually alone. But, you know, and there's other people on the other side of the wall. But I can and I have to keep my wits about me, you know?
Yep,
Like I can't just get drunk and pass out all night. What if I hadn't heard him wake what if he wasn't able to wake me up last night? You know?
exactly. Exactly.
You know. Yeah,
Exactly.
I've tried the whole Facebook dating thing. I've picked up I've come across a couple of guys that uh you know one of them is a good friend of mine now, not the German. The German was from Plenty of Fish. Um he's a good friend too, but you know, I just I I find that the guys on there are just too bold.
Yeah, but
Like
are they artificially bold?
I don't know.
Are they trying to be roosters?
I mean, I appreciate the ones that within the first few sentences of a conversation, they're like, you know what? I really don't think you're my type. Good luck. I'm like, all right, good luck.
Yeah,
But it's the ones that just kind of
string you along.
linger, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm never gonna let you. I'm not gonna allow somebody to string me along. Um, not that. I'm too old for that. But I don't know. I just I find myself hitting X and passing on pretty much everybody. Like the first few sentences um of their profile. I'm 420 friendly. X. Um, stuff like that. There are certain words, that if I see in the profile, I'm gonna immediately pass. Immediately.
If every sentence starts with the word I or me, it's like, nah, you know what? This isn't a resume and a cover letter. If it reads like they're applying for the position of whatever, it's like I'm like, nah.
I'd rather find somebody's sarcastic dating profile because mine is extremely sarcastic.
Mine's
Um,
angry. Mine's angry.
mine used to be just very vague and sarcastic. Like I have a freaking fried chicken wing with feathers still attached on my as my profile picture.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great. I love it.
And the ones that look past it and get curious, they're like, why? And if they're asking me why, then no, bye. And then the other one, the ones that throw in a sarcastic comment about them, like, oh hey, what's up? So I've got one of those sarcastic guys that I'm talking back and forth with. He actually invited me to Thanksgiving dinner because he doesn't. He lives about 20 miles from here,
Yeah.
but And then, I said, well, I don't know. I don't really want to drive my car that far right now. I don't fully trust it, you know. Well, I'll come pick you up. And I'm like,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
pass.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
thank
pass
you.
on that.
I don't
No.
want to be. I don't want to be handcuffed to your steering wheel and then put on the side of a milk carton,
Mm-mm. I need to
not to
have
be
control of the
found for
situation,
18 years. Huh?
right? I need to be in control of the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, if I can't have a way out or meet somebody in public, or if I can't meet somebody in public and have a way out, I'm not going to go,
Yeah,
you know. And more than likely his intentions are good, but and it would, more than likely it would be fine, but there's that slim chance that always lingers in the back of my head. What if it's not,
yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
Because there are bad actors out there.
Oh, lots, yeah. There are more good actors than bad actors, but it's the bad ones that can catch you off guard,
Yeah.
you know. I know, Drops. I see. I'm sorry. I have a hard time paying attention to the chat.
Yeah,
Not ignoring anybody.
I know the feeling. I do that all the time.
You do better than me on your lives. But
Yeah, but I'm also not on panel. I don't do panels. I
oh yeah,
should do
that's
a
true.
panel one of these days.
You could. I'm really I need to get back to the videos. Just the sprained ankle, my mom's health, and her death, and then the floods and all that other shit going on here that have just kind of mm, rained on my parade.
Yeah, no, I
You
get
know,
it.
I
I
want a
get it.
fresh kitchen. I really do. I can't, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I totally
I
get
want to
it.
do I want to do cooking lives and stuff like that, or show more of my kitchen than I already do. But the floor in my kitchen is
Yeah.
warped. The cabinets are warped. Everything, it's warpage like bad.
Well, I mean, look at mine. Mine's old. Mine's a 126-year-old kitchen. I have a 126-year-old kitchen. Got bad lighting, and that's partly what kept me off it from doing a channel to begin
Mhm.
with.
But you've got a kitchen that has space, it has floor space,
Yeah,
right?
but
You've got like
you only see like
square.
a portion. Yeah, but you only see a portion of the kitchen. You're only seeing a small portion of this massive kitchen, and it's like, you know, just too much, too much. It's just too much. I would, then I'd be like, sinking in another $1,000 on cameras because I'd need more cameras to be able to cover the actual size of this kitchen. Because it's actually a pretty good sized kitchen.
Mine is
I
one of
mean,
those little dinky galley kitchens,
oh, mine
you
isn't.
know.
Mine's like bigger than the living room.
That's good. I'd like a kitchen like that. One day I will have a kitchen like that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to covet kitchens like yours and Latoria's
I
and
love
Potty
Latoya's
Mouth
kitchen.
Grandma.
Yeah, God.
And who's the other one? Rose Red Homestead and all the others with giant kitchens that have a room for an island, or a offshoot. Just spend 3 grand on a TV studio and go for it. Man, Tim, if I had 3 grand, that would be going into something to gain interest and then use that for a down payment on a house, or closing costs and forego the down payment because, yeah,
Yeah, or something.
something. 36
Yeah,
acres,
39.
39.
Yeah, 39 acres. That's a cool property.
Yeah.
But I wasn't.
Realistically, though, it wouldn't be safe for my son,
Yeah, that's
but it
something
would be
more along the
cool.
lines of wait until he gets older and.
Right. If I had the money to just go for it and buy it just to hold on to it, for later. Um, there is that house in Oklahoma I am seriously looking at to buy and renovate, though, because it doesn't look like it needs too much, but I could be wrong. There could be underlying problems.
It could be haunted.
I don't care if it's haunted. It can be haunted all at once.
I
We can have conversations. Um,
like when I turn on
you
the
know,
spirit box during cooking
I live
wise.
I live really near a very large graveyard. You know, the graveyard is so large it spans, and it spills over across the street. It's so
Yeah,
large.
and we have a little one just up the road. But
Look up Google
our
Maps.
house is haunted, huh?
Look up
What?
Google Maps. Oh, is Timmy talking or?
Huh? I don't know. All right, I got Google Maps.
Yeah, look it up on Google Maps.
Which one?
My area.
Oh, your area. That means I have to go into my email and find your
Okay.
address.
Yeah. I'm not posting it here.
No, I insist. Post it here.
No, no. No, no. Oh, Drops is in Arkansas. Drops, you're lucky. I love Arkansas. It's pretty.
No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There's a lot of Katie's in my email.
Are there?
Yeah, I'll look. I'll look for it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Wait a minute. I can just type in the city, right?
Yeah.
Texas maps.
It's west of me.
Yeah. Let's see here.
About two
That's
roads
gotta be
over.
it. Gotta be it right there. I bet you that's what it is.
What?
Oh. Well, sometimes when you look at a map, you can just tell that, oh, that's got to be a cemetery. It spills over to the other side, huh?
Yep. Now, not directly across the street, but across that on the other side of directly across the street.
Oh. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's huge. It used to have a lot of trees until a tornado hit it and took out a
Yeah.
lot of the trees. No, Drop, we're not in Oklahoma. We're in I'm in Texas.
I'm in Seattle.
Not too far from Arkansas, the Arkansas border, or the Oklahoma border. I've actually driven into Oklahoma from here, but never to Arkansas as an adult. But we used to drive up to northern Arkansas when I was a kid.
Yeah, near Seattle. Anyway, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed. I am like falling
Oh,
asleep,
right.
going to bed.
All right. Good night. I'm just gonna
But
stay up here a while
I did,
longer.
I did find the cemetery. That's
You did. Isn't it huge?
yeah, yeah, it is pretty huge.
Probably not the biggest in the world, but it's pretty big. And so if you want to know if my apartment is haunted, not really.
Well, our
Not
house is
really.
haunted. Ours is
The house I
haunted.
grew up in was. Drops is the Montana cowboy.
That's funny. All
You're a
right.
Montana cowboy in Arkansas, Drops? All right, Civvy, good night.
Have a good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night. So you're a real Montana cowboy, Drops? I accidentally closed the window for your channel. Go to channel. Here we go. Here. There you go, Drops. Now you can visit other people's channels with the three dots on the right side. If you hover over their message, I don't know if you've seen that before, but you can go to their channels now. You got tired of the cold weather? Yeah. That's kind of like Old Man King Homestead Peter. He got tired of the weather in New York and moved to Arkansas. Oh yeah, I see all your videos. Looking for some candy. I'm most interested in canning and gardening. I learned how to can on YouTube. You have 500 wrenchies? Okay. Yeah, I just give people standard if they come here and they're chatting and stuff like that. I've seen you in other places too, so that way you can use your wrenchy to visit other people's your channels and connect easier. Um, you know, the only time I don't give people wrenchies is if they're trolls or you know, pretty much just trolls don't get them. You grew up in Montana. I'm tired of the Texas heat. I want to go somewhere um, that's milder, that doesn't, you know, that doesn't get all icy. And you live in Arkansas, and Jan has your info, so she could come over and knock on your door if you're bad, right? Yeah, I at one time, I was looking, just kind of browsing real estate in Arkansas, and I found this one place up on a hill or up on a mountain at the top that had a house, and then there was some kind of looked like some kind of root cellar, and it was somebody had had a candle business there, and then of course then they sold it, and I wanted that place so bad, but I wasn't ready to buy at the time. I would have needed a different vehicle to get up there, you know, because I can only imagine that maybe the road isn't paved or compacted or anything like that to get up there. Maybe compacted dirt, but I would at least have to lay gravel down or something. But it got sold, and I really hope the people who bought it adore it as much as I did. You know, one time I had this really strong urge to buy a cabin in the middle of the woods and become a hermit. Yeah, it's always nice to have a place that you're welcome to go. And I still get that urge to go out into the middle of the woods and become a hermit, but I can't do that because my son, it wouldn't be safe or healthy for him. So got to think of him first. Man, I do see though that home prices are actually going down, which is except in my area, of course. You're never going to get a good price on a home in the DFW area ever. It's too expensive here. Like I'm looking at a house not too far from me that's not even that big, and it's almost $400,000 for what? You know, 540,000, 758,000 for what? Just boggles my mind. $250,000 is my very, very top limit. Yeah. I just, you know, honestly, I want to be able to buy a house that hasn't been flipped and do all of the renovations my way. You know, because I've seen how flippers do houses around here, and you've got corners cut and not much thought is put into it other than the color scheme. You know, knocking out walls and stuff like that that probably shouldn't be knocked out. Um, Now, there's one house that I've been keeping an eye on that was an absolute wreck, and it was very cheap. And now I see it back on the market again, and they've done a phenomenal job cleaning it up. I still wouldn't buy it though. Yeah, most people don't understand. There are people who just really don't have any business flipping houses when they don't understand things like supporting walls and not putting marble on a bathroom floor. Not everything needs to be gray. Well, that's good. But I want somebody's grandma's house, that grandma took care of, but just didn't care to update because of outdated uh outdated decor. That's what I want. I don't care about outdated decor. I can live with outdated. I can't live with unsafe though. That's a no-go. 280K on this house next year. Yeah, I mean, Is this a house you're living in to renovate, or is this just a house that you've got um that you're redoing and then selling? $250K or more on stocks every year. I mean, if you know how to work the stock market and you do well with it, that's awesome. Um, I just don't understand enough about it to risk the money that I do make on it, you know? Because if I make a wrong move and I lose, then, that puts me in a bind. Yeah. Well, you it sounds like you've done well for yourself. $51,000. Oh, that's a lot. I'm looking at Zillow here. $225 for a cottage. No. If that came with a bunch of land, but you're not going to find all that here. $225 by the lake. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Well, that's really close to the lake. What's wrong with it? Is it because it's ugly? Kitchen's not very, um, hmm, that's not bad. Oh, here we go. Marble on the bathroom floor. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to be poor to be a prepper. You could be um, a prepper that does very well for themselves. I'm poor, but I have food. I have a roof over my head, and my bills are paid. So most people hate you because you make money. Well, I don't hate you because you make money. I just see it as you've worked hard and you know how to make money. So that's what you do. As they say, you do you, boo. I just want a modest house with a not so modest amount of land for what I feel like it's valued at. Oh, this is a cute little house. You have no bills? What do you have, solar or in a well, or what? How do you get away with no bills? Like there's got to be um property taxes and stuff like that, at least, unless you write off unless you have something that you can write off on your property taxes to 2,700 square feet. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit big for me. That's I would want, I'm thinking 1,500 square feet would be fine. Because to be honest, drops, I don't want to clean a house. I don't want to have to clean a house that big. You know, 2, 3 bedrooms, definitely 2 bathrooms because I want my own bathroom and my son deserves to have his own space. So, 2 or 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,500 square feet would be just fine with me because you really don't need a very big bedroom. You're sleeping in there. That's it, right? And then, you know, this is a cute house. Oh my goodness. I need to stop looking, but they want $250 for $250,000 for it. Well, shoot, if they wanted $250 for it, I'd be all over it because I've got that. I've got it. I could pay cash, but you know, forget rent. 2,700 square feet. That's not bad. Nobody needs a giant house unless there's a lot of people living there. Six bedroom, two baths. That's good. I wouldn't mind buying some land that had, a nice sized piece of land that had an existing mobile home on it and then work to build something permanent, build a new house and then just get rid of the mobile home and move into the new house. I wouldn't mind doing that. You get 3 acres. Yeah. 3 acres. I mean, that's great if you're just have a couple of farm animals and stuff like that. I would need 10 plus. Use the bathroom, the kitchen, and the bedroom. Yeah. See, I mean, if there aren't a lot of people in the house, you're not using the whole space. You know, I grew up having to share my bedroom and my bathroom with multiple, the bathroom with multiple people because there was me, my two sisters, my dad, my mom, and everybody shared both bathrooms. I had to share a room with my sisters. My parents had to share a room. you know, and our house wasn't that big. It was 4 bedroom, 2 bath. So for the size of the family, I guess it was big enough. But, you know, man, some of these townhomes are cute, but $420 a month for an HOA, unrestricted. Yeah, that kitchen sucks. I want a big kitchen. Mm, I don't know. I don't want to live in the city anymore. You bought it for someone else. Yeah. My plan is to get some land with a home on it and fix it up and get it all um get it all paid off and stuff and leave it to my son. So everything's going to him. Kitchen is 20 by 30. That's a good sized kitchen. Oh, you typed the magic word drops. Kitchen is the magic word to drop your link. Now this is a cute little house, but why don't they show the inside? I could clean up this backyard. $180,000 for that. Freeman. The prices of housing in this area have gotten out of control. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the cash to drop on a house, so I would have to do financing. I mean, I'm already paying rent every month. Why not just use that on, why not just do that with a mortgage? $170,000 for that. Nope. $89,000. $240,000. Does it come with land? 1.5 acres? Nope. Decatur, 250,000. That's a little bit far out. So 250K is my upper limit, but it's got to be nice, and it's got to come with land. 2 acres. That's not enough acreage for $250,000. With a double wide mobile home with freaking water stains on the carpet. What the hell did they spill there? Gross. No. Immediately no. Well, I mean, if you have it and you can make money, then go for it. What did these people do to this poor house? Oh my goodness, burn it. Okay, this is cute. Little tornado shelter too. Nice. You don't see those very often anymore. I still don't think I'd want to pay that much for something. I mean, it's not bad looking. $195. $195,000, 1 acre, and a mobile home. No. That's right. Good for you. Yeah, you worked for everything. Nobody gave you a dime. You earned it. You ought to be proud of that. Yeah, mobile homes are temporary. If that's what I need to do, I'll do it. But if I find a good deal on a good piece of land that happens to have a mobile home on it that's livable, guess what? I'm doing it. If it's the right property in the right location, um, doesn't matter if it has a mobile home or not, I'm going to do it because I can always build a house. Oh, this is a cute little house. That's great. You just go and do stuff for fun. I think I would get quite bored if I didn't have to work. I would have to do something, you know? I like this little house, but that kitchen needs to be enclosed. That kitchen would definitely need to be enclosed. I can't do open concept. Where is this place? That is cute. Oh, way up there. Yeah. Hmm. 20K a month. Hey, that's awesome. If you know how to buy and sell stocks and make some money off of it, that's cool. I had a neighbor that made her living like that too. I don't know how much she made a month, but I do know that she was very frugal and didn't spend a lot of money on silly things. Um, she was throwing a Thanksgiving party and she had me bring my sewing machine over to her house and help her put together a table runner that she had a vision for, but couldn't quite get done herself. So I did that, and instead of taking cash for any kind of payment, I just bartered with her for something. Because honestly, it only took me 30 minutes, maybe an hour to do it. You know, bartering works. There's nothing more disturbing than looking at house listings and seeing 2 to 3 feet of drywall having been cut out. I wonder what happened there. I'm curious what the floodplain looks like on this place. Let's see. Lot lines. Oh, hold on just a second. Why aren't we able to see floodplains and stuff on Zillow? Street, satellite. What the hell, Zillow? You get tired of Debbie Downers? You can teach anyone to make money? I mean, I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure that making money is probably a no-brainer. I just, what the problem is I get focused on making money and paying my bills, you know, work, work, work. On 2-acre property, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The home had previous water damage from a broken water pipe. Okay, that's forgivable. Well, you surround yourself with the people that uh, you should surround yourself with the people that lift you up instead of bring you down, right? I don't think I want a water damaged home, not for that much. Forget that. Not for $230,000. Terrible. To dial up ISPs. Were they so they were internet service providers? 7,500 a month. That's pretty good for the 90s. So as far as the dial-up ISPs, I mean everybody used that in the 90s. Did you have a main I'm gonna guess that you had a main server connection to get the service to give to people. Yeah, I never thought about how that worked. Like I used to dial up into into BBSs in the 90s, but that wasn't exactly an ISP, you know. So I would, yeah, I would imagine that the dial-up ISPs would have to have some sort of connection to a main server. This is, oh, it's one of those. Good enough for one person, but I don't know about that. To be moved. Yeah, okay. Hmm. You know, private label and see. Okay, yeah. All right. Hey, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm a bit too chicken to really get deep into stocks, you know? I'll be the first to admit that. I supplement my income, my main income with market research and stuff like that. I don't go sell blood or anything. I don't sell plasma or whatever it is people do. I do taste tests and market research and stuff, and I can make, oh, anywhere from 50 to 800 bucks on on the um, on the deal, depending on what it's for. Like I'm scheduled next week to make $150 in an hour. Um, and that that money's gonna go straight to that's gonna go straight to pay a bill that needs to be paid. I mean, not to brag or anything, but market research, it's good pocket money. Okay, well, I'll just come up. Okay, you're coming up on the panel. That'll be fine. One bedroom, one bath, 399 square feet for $120,000. Wow. Mm, no, nope, nope. Looks like an IKEA house. Caddo Mills, 2.14 acres. Eh, not bad. Not for $250,000 though. Nope. I expect to see a house on a foundation for that much. Or at least near a lake. Am I still broadcasting? Yep. Nope, definitely not moving back in my old neighborhood. That's okay. Oh, what's this one? Bartonville. Quarter acre. $210,000 for that? Are they kidding me? Uh-uh. No. Immediately no. What do they want? $250,000 here. Oh, 3 properties. I see. Hey, Drop. Can you talk or flash your camera real quick? Or put something in the chat. Let me know that's actually you. The amazing drop. Hold on. Drops. Oh, where did my StreamYard go? Hey, Drop. I can't hear you if you're talking. And all I see is black.
Yeah, I
You.
know.
Oh, it's a different channel. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the same stupid crap.
It's okay. You don't have to have your camera on. It's just I've had so many idiots coming into the basement tonight.
Yeah, well, if you want to see one winky dink, you gotta marry me first, okay?
No, I don't want to see your winky dinky Drop. It's all right.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Long John thing. I'm gonna deal with that one.
That individual kept coming into the basement and showing me his winky dinky on camera.
Well, you know what? It's kind of funny, right? I mean, come on.
It is funny because one of my side hustles had to do with rating web search results and web pages. Some of those web pages were porn. So it was literally a part of my job. So now in the state of Texas, I don't think that if I do that again, it won't be any of the porn sites because of there's a new Texas law, and a lot of those sites won't permit anybody from Texas to visit their site.
Well, yeah, I'm up here in Arkansas right now, but
yeah,
I used to be in Georgia, and Bama Lama, you know what that means, right?
no.
This is country style. Okay, so that's what it means. But Bama means because it means Alabama. My old friend Gregory, he moved over to Snowflake, Arizona. Can you believe that's the crap?
Okay.
You know who
Sorry,
Gregory
I dropped my
Allison
bottle
is?
cap. Uh,
He was a rocket scientist over there in Alabama, over in Bama, and he was over there in Huntsville.
uh,
And that's where one of my exes are too, because I was gonna get married to her, but then she decided to marry this guy called Derek, and she was
yeah.
Miss Alabama years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. But I don't hear from her
I
anymore.
am super selective, which is why I'm 48 and never married.
Yeah, I've been married twice, and I lost 2 wives, and I've
I'm
never
so
been
sorry
divorced.
about that. Yeah.
I know,
I'm
but
s-
last one,
I go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, the last one lasted 20 years almost. So there you
Mhm.
go. She died of
That's
cancer.
that's tough. I'm sorry. So sorry about that.
I
I
know.
never got married because um I could just see it ending in divorce, and I'm a cheap ass, and so I don't want to spend the money on a divorce, and I don't like drama. So I'm like, you know
I don't.
what? Bye.
I don't
You
like
know.
either. I'm actually a conservative family man. There you go. And
Yeah.
you can't call me Republican, Democrat, because I believe in the family. My folks were married 66 years, okay, and they passed within 2 or 3 months of each other at
Oh,
almost 90 years old.
wow. Both my parents, they were married up until the end. You know, my mom never remarried after my dad died. And
Yep.
see, my dad died in 2017, and my mom recently passed away at the beginning of 2024.
Yeah.
And she never remarried.
Well,
Um,
I got married twice, and the first wife didn't last more than 3 years. She decided I got married in the Philippines when I was serving in the Navy, and
okay.
she decided to go over and see family over there, right around Pintuba back there, and I was getting ready to go back there in '92, and she just all of a sudden that whole mountain blew up in Pintuba.
Oh, gee.
You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
no. I know Pentateuch. My sister was born on Clark. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, my parents were there in the Air Force back in the 70s.
yeah. I don't mean to be down and dowdy, but the second wife passed about 20 years later.
Yeah.
I'm not into dating. I'm done with it. I do have a good friend. I really like her, and her husband died like a year and a half ago, and I'm not going to push it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's, respectful. Um
It
I
is.
I go on like Facebook dating. I don't have a very serious profile. Um I have a fried chicken wing as my profile with feathers still attached.
My
And
dating profile is I got 2 late wives and look for number 3. How's that work for you?
it's honest. It's honest, you know.
I know.
I don't like I won't if somebody like I was telling Civi earlier, if I see something about, I smoke marijuana or I'm 420 friendly,
Good luck.
um
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
bye.
need you.
And it's not that I've never done that. I have. I was a teenager once in the 90s, okay? Um
Yeah, okay. One old man caught me growing pot across the back of the yard over the fence, and some fields he
yeah.
didn't know what. And he's like, "What the hell is this?" And I was like, "Whatever." And I was 14 years old, and I took a swat at him. Right? Well, I got airplane rides all across that yard. And that was a bad year
So
because I should have
I'm yeah.
I
I
should
take
have
it
picked
you go ahead. We have a delay. Let's just keep that in mind. Sorry. I keep interrupting you.
I should have picked a year that I actually next year when I was 15, because when I started at 14 years old, I went to weightlifting class and stuff, bodybuilding, whatever you call it. And my max bench press was 195 pounds. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, about in February or January, February, I think it was when we came back from vacation, stuff like that, for 6 months after lifting weights. My max bench press was 435.
Mm.
Now, when I took a swat at my old man, he just took me and threw me around the yard with airplane rides. And, that's how strong that man was.
I can still football carry my son.
Yeah, I know. And I take these 20-year-olds, and I'm 61 years old almost nowadays, and sometimes they want to challenge you when you give them good grip out in the hand.
Mm-hmm.
I just take them down the ground, put them on their knees, and I'm like, I'm just looking at this younger generation. I was like, I can't believe these guys but my family's always been strong like that. So I've always done that, just grip your hand, crush it, and put you to the ground. The Mercy game, back when I was a kid, that's what we used to do. But, I still hold the records in my high school, and I don't even know if it's still around. But, I didn't lift weights for more than 6 months out of my life, and I still bench press for like 245, and I'm still about 60 years old. So
there you go.
There you go.
Keep bench pressing and keep yourself in shape. I've let myself get out of shape. I used to take dance classes, wait tables in a 2-story restaurant. You couldn't knock me over.
Oh, I know.
Um,
I know. I mean, I used to work out all the time, but I didn't use weights or nothing. I was hauling chicken feed and doing all that kind of stuff. And
I played with horses when I was younger. I even had a horse. I mean, I could fling a bale of hay and, just
oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was a beanpole for a while.
I don't think I could have picked up a round of hay back then, but
No, not a round, but just a small square. The smaller squares.
Bear hay is nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know what a round is versus a bale. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh yeah.
you probably grew up in the ranch.
Huge. I did not. Actually, I grew up in the suburbs, but my parents gave me the opportunity to be around horses because that's what I wanted to do.
Oh yeah. I used to climb up on the haystack and get on top of Blackie, and Blackie was one of those big black horses that's like 6.5 feet tall, and he had the hoofs, probably about the
Sounds
size
like a
of a
Percheron.
gallon bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
some kind of draft horse.
oh, he's one of them ones that would pull the horses, on the sleighs for the Budweisers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
He's a big boy, and I used to ride him when I was 5 years old. And my mother used to go, "Get the hell off that horse!" It's like whatever, And my dad grew up raising horses and cattle up there in Montana, and grew potatoes. That's what all the grows up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, potatoes.
It was fun, but we he sized down because when he was in the army over there in Vietnam, he actually flew helicopters, and he decided he wanted to be a flight instructor, so he decided to get rid of the ranch. So we moved to a 10-acre place when I was little.
Yeah.
So
I want at least 10 acres. Not a whole lot of woods, some woods, but mostly pasture. But with some tree, with some access to trees. Of course.
Yeah. I live where I live right now because I live out in the sticks, and I live on top of a hill in the Ozark Mountains, and
Yes.
There's nothing but cattle around here.
Yeah. But
Nothing but cattle.
I want at least 10 acres, if not more, because I want horses. I owned a horse at one time. I loved it. had to part with him, unfortunately. And I want another one. I want more, but I can't have you can't just have one horse. They need friends, right? So
Yeah, mostly like
3 to 4. Yeah, 3 to
they
5, 2
take
to 4.
they take a little bit of a thing where you have to take care of them, and
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to take care of them, but they don't need big fancy barns.
no,
They can have a shelter. You can put a round out for them. You know, make sure that you check them over every day, make sure they've got vetting and stuff like that. You know,
well, horses is kind of like a elk. What you ever hunted elk and moose?
I've never hunted. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I have. I shot them with my 300 Win Mag. But
I'm a city girl, so I've never hunted.
you never done that?
No, no, I've never hunted.
Okay. Well,
I'm not against it, but I just never have.
you miss a shot on an elk, and they'll run 5 to 7 miles on you, and you'll never find them in the bushes because they'll just sit down right there, and you'll never find the damn things. So
Yeah.
you better make a clean shot. And I usually use my 300 Win Mag on those because I use double sized shell on those, and instead of 3,200 out of the barrel, it's like 5,000 out of the barrel feet per second. And so that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I told my son wants to hunt, and I said that's fine, but if you do, you better make sure you get it one shot.
Yeah. Back
You know,
then, yeah, is it Katie?
yeah,
Okay, back then, if you didn't make a clean shot, you're taking an elk and you're dragging it down for like 7 miles or more before they actually lay down in the bushes and you can't find them. And
yeah,
honestly, it's not an easy game to get. Deers, around here, these rednecks around here, they're just throwing corn around in their backyard and they're shooting them when they can. And so that's kind of crazy, I think.
yeah. How big are the deer up there?
They're like little dogs.
They're little.
Yeah, they're not even
Yeah,
150
they're.
pounds.
When I worked in Austin, I worked in the north part of Austin for a while, and there
Uh-huh.
were deer there. I mean, that were coming into the suburbs, and they would come into the manufacturing complex I worked in, because I've done manufacturing pretty much my entire adult life, except for the past couple of years. They would come in and graze, but they were, oh, I would say that they were not that big.
About 120 pounds.
Yeah, not really that big. I
Yeah.
remember that, there were a lot of uh, thin and injured deer that would come in there, and people got mad when they said that they were going to thin the herd, which you know what that means, right? Of course,
Yeah.
you know what that means. And people
Yeah.
got all upset about it. But these deer were there. There wasn't enough for them to eat. They were getting hit by cars. You know.
Yeah, in Georgia, I lived in Georgia for 20 years and I saw a deer sitting on the side of the road every day, I mean, and they weren't that big. They were maybe 120 pounds.
They would either have to, convince them to get into a stock trailer and drive them out to the country and let them go, which I don't think is what happened, or you know, the other way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I lived out in Wynne, Georgia, and that's where that one little freak pulled off that little, escapade. But did you know that Wynne, Georgia, over there had one of the two mud volcanoes that actually was east of
Mud
the Mississippi?
volcanoes. Really? Let me
Yeah,
look that up. I want to see
yeah.
pictures of
Look
that.
it up.
There's my mouse
Look it up.
cursor.
I think you probably find it pretty
Mississippi mud volcanoes.
No, just mud volcanoes east of the Mississippi.
Oh, I see. Mud. I've never seen a mud volcano. Let's see if it's
I
on the
lived
map.
over there, and actually, that was actually a mystery because they had also a temple there, and that was before you know, people, Europeans came here.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
Mud volcano east of Mississippi River.
Wanda, Georgia. Just look at Wanda, Georgia. Before that freak actually, did some damage, and I'm not gonna.
What? I don't think I heard about that. What did that freak? What did they do?
Well, I lived in that town, and I had a house there, and that freak actually shut up the school that my daughter used to go to.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no
Oh.
shit.
Oh.
But look up the mud volcano over there in Wanda, Georgia. I lived in Wanda for like 20 years. Okay. That's my second wife. I told you I had a couple wives, and I've never been divorced. I've been married twice, never divorced. I had a few bad girlfriends. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we've all had bad dates.
Oh, I know.
For sure. That's why I've never been married, because I
I've
thought
been
they
married
were all bad
twice.
dates.
Yeah, I've been married twice. Hey, there's good ones. I'm looking on the third one, hopefully. And she kind of laughed when I said, too late wives. I'm looking for number 3, and she's like, ha ha ha. But I punk her enough nowadays. But
Good for you.
whatever.
No, nothing. I mean, I see some things pulling up on the map, but I want to see like pictures of
Mud volcano. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. There's not
West
much on
Georgia
it.
Mud Park. Yeah, there is not much on it, but I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's
so
not-
there's only
I'm
2
not
mud
finding much.
volcanoes. There's only 2 of them in east of the Mississippi. So
Mhm. I mean, I found pictures of like native plants and stuff like that. I guess that Wanda, Georgia. Now I spelled it Wanda. Did you? Is it Winder? Because that's what's coming up.
Winder.
Winder. Ah, okay. I must have
Wind.
half-
It's wind ER. That's what
Okay.
it is.
Winder. Yeah. I've got some ear problems right now that I actually need to see a specialist about. My headset that I wear for work is causing issues with my ear
they
canal.
told me 40 years ago I had cancer and I walked away.
Yeah, I don't think it's cancer. I think it's just an infection.
Yeah.
But it's causing hearing problems, so.
Well, the problem is I hear things too good, and I can hear stuff down the road from my house, inside of my house. And so I got acute hearing. I used to have very good night vision, but it's like 40% of what it is now. So when I try to drive at night, I cannot see on the road because of all the headlights.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see. It's just that my astigmatism causes the halos and the spikes and stuff, and then people's LEDs and the headlights that are made with LEDs, if they're aimed up too high, it causes me not to be able to function on the road.
Yeah, that's true. I have the same problem. But
do you ever have problems with Christmas lights that are blue?
No.
Or any blue light?
No.
They're never in focus for me. I'm not talking about the blue pixels on the screen. I'm talking about if you put up blue Christmas lights or any blue string lights, stuff like that, they're never in focus.
No, I have a problem with lights at night because I actually had night vision, so I could see in the middle of the night, and it's probably
Yeah.
about 40% now. Um, and like I told everybody in chat, I get these little 20-year-old kids, and they want to shake my hand too hard, and I was like, "Oh, shake it hard and see what happens," and then I
Shaking their
just
hand
put
too
them on
hard.
their knees. I'm 60 years old, and I was like, okay. I'm
Do they
just
think
really
just because
amazed at
somebody's
that.
older than them that they're weaker or something? I don't know.
They are weak. They're weak kids. Most of the 20-year-olds I meet are just weak as hell. They never worked a day in their life. They could not sling like 350, 50-pound bags of chicken feed over their head and carry it on their shoulder. And I do that every day
I'll
of the week.
admit. What is your name, by the way? I can't keep calling you Drop.
Oh, my name's actually Dick Rundell's
Okay,
Outlaw Productions.
Dick.
And so,
Okay.
yeah, I
Oh,
can't
I
say
see.
I can't
I
say Dick
see.
on
Okay,
I can't say it on the internet because they ban it. You know what I'm saying?
Dick. Dick. Dick.
Yeah.
Dick. Dick. I said it. It's
Yeah.
Dick. I
My
get it.
father was named Dick. My grandfather was named Dick. But there's nothing but a bunch of dicks. You know what I'm saying?
It's all
And
in context.
it is, but that's what I'm saying. That's so drops the best way I can say it, and that's what it is.
Okay. Okay, Drop. I'll call you Drop if that's what you want me to call you. That's fine.
Well, it's best for your channel.
I say Dick all the time on my channel.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm not on YouTube to make a bunch of money. I can
I'm not either.
I can make money physically over here on this side of my computer.
Yeah, well, I
Because
make like
the
$500 to $1,000 a day or more,
yeah
and
the
I
the
do it every
effort
day on stock market.
the effort that I would have to put in to make a lot of money on my YouTube channel is not worth my time. I can take that time and I can either barter for something with somebody or do something for cash.
I
And
don't
find
make any
hustle
money
because
on YouTube. I never have.
yeah,
I never monetize my channels, and I don't ask for money. I don't beg for money. The thing is that I just try to inform and educate and
mm,
prepare people for what they need to do. That's it.
yeah, I've been prepping. I guess I'm sort of an urban prepper because I don't live in the sticks. But I have plenty. I don't have to. I hardly go grocery shopping anymore.
I don't know
Okay.
you, and you can't raid my house. But I do know that Jan actually does know my actual physical address and phone number. And if her and Kevin come down here, they're going to have to work for it. Okay, so there you go.
Nobody's gonna raid your house, Dick.
Nobody's going to ride for free. And my sister
No.
Becky says, "Oh well, if everything was to happen, so I said, even to get down here, you're going to have to work for everything you get."
Right. You gotta
I
work for your
probably have
money.
I probably have about 30 years worth of food just stored up anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you're rotating it.
I rotate it. I do that and
Okay.
everything else.
Good.
And I'm growing cucumbers indoors during the winter so I can can more pickles.
Nice. What kind of cucumbers are you growing?
Well, I have my specialties. I have my Fiesta pickles. I have
Mm-hmm.
my
Okay.
spicy, pickles. I have my Cajun pickles, dill pickles. I have my Cajun spicy dill pickles. I have my regular dill pickles, and I have my regular sweet and sour pickles. The ones they call dill roast and stuff like that. And I have spears. I have slices and all that stuff. So I do all this stuff, and I did almost 255, I think, pickles this year, and I'm still growing
Nice.
pickles indoors
Jars.
because most people don't know that. My one thing about thing people don't know is that 7% of your food is not actually pollinated; it's actually self-pollinated.
Right. Yeah, there are some self-pollinating plants.
Yeah, well,
Um,
tomato, peppers, cucumbers, my
mhm.
tobacco plants, by the way, which are about 6 feet tall. Um, they grow seeds, and I just collect them and I shake them, and they self-pollinate that way. And in
Mhm.
Georgia,
Okay.
in Arkansas, not Georgia, but Arkansas, I forget I'm not in Georgia anymore, but I spent 20 years in Georgia. But you can grow your tobacco plants. You just can't sell the things. It's public, but I can sell the seeds.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't really have much use for tobacco. I don't smoke anymore. I don't. I mean, you could use them as sprinkle it as a pesticide or something.
Well, I'm not going to talk
Farming,
about
but
my still because I can make whiskey and stuff like that. And if everything hits the fan, I can just sit there and sell that too, right?
mm,
I get a big old smile right now. But you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, self-sufficiency is good. It's a good skill to have. A lot of people don't have that, you know?
I know they don't, and one thing I can tell you right now is that my heirloom seed collection right now, which I do germination tests on, make sure they're
Hmm.
90% or better. You want to guess how many seeds I have that I've
I
grown?
can guess that you probably have quite a lot.
I've actually have enough seeds for a city of 50,000 people to grow a victory garden for 2 years.
Nice.
And
I
so,
I really want to be able to garden again. There's no way I can garden here because it, the porch gets so hot in the summer, and then it gets too cold. It's a very hostile environment to grow anything on at this point.
well, are you living in a city or are you living in the country?
Yeah, I'm in the city in an apartment.
Oh my God, that sucks so bad.
Hmm. It sucks a lot. My upstairs neighbor has flooded my kitchen multiple times.
I'm just sitting
So,
here in a nice 2,700 square foot house out in the middle of the country, in the middle of sticks, and everything I see around me is the Ozark foothills, and I'm seeing cows. Okay,
nice,
so it's hard to tell you that,
nice.
but and I'm gonna
Go out
sell
on
it
your
next year.
porch. Go out on your porch and drink your coffee while it's still foggy in the morning. Is that what you
I
do?
don't I don't drink coffee. I
You
don't
don't
drink
drink
coffee.
coffee?
No, I drink
Okay, well,
tea.
whatever your okay, so drink your tea on the porch in the morning while the hills are foggy, right?
No, I go look
Like,
at my pool out of the backyard.
oh, okay.
I'm not poor. I'm sorry. I'm not, I'm not broke ass like the rest of y'all. And I have money. And, but I made that money myself. Okay.
Hmm.
And I can extend the hand to everybody that wants to learn how to do that. And I'm going to do that on my Drop Trades channel, which
Oh
I
yeah,
have.
I'd like to watch that. What's your other channel? What's your Drops Trade channel?
Oh,
You want to drop that
I
in chat?
got a few channels. Used to have the called the Amazing Drop, which my conspiracy channel, and
Yeah, that's what you're on panel with is the amazing drop.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, I used to do that all the time until they tried to take me down with 2 strikes for telling everybody about this little thing in the arm. Right? Remember that one?
Drops trade. Oh, I found you.
Yeah. So they in January I'm going to start doing some trading accounts and recording everything I do, which I already do anyways. But I'm going to start putting
Yeah.
that online, and I want to tell people how to trade, what to do. And it's educational. It's not for financial gain or nothing like that. I'm not gonna try to make money off any of y'all. I make enough
The
money.
best I ever did was with crypto, and I had a portfolio that was $10,000 out of a few $100 investment, but that dropped really quick.
My best thing was actually buying GMC, GM, GameStop and AMC. And I bought them. I bought AMC for like $5, and when it popped up to 60 grand, I had over 100,000 shares of that, and I popped it off, and I got it. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
and
I got really brave with the crypto. I got kind of cocky with it, and I decided I was just going to hold and see what happened. That was the wrong choice because it started dropping pretty fast, and I could have made so much more on it when I thought, if I had just sold sooner.
you know what? A long time
But I
ago,
didn't lose on it.
Katie, a long time ago, I was offered 12 Bitcoins at $15 a piece that they were worth back then for a partial job. And I did web design, web development, coding, IT, and security, and all the crap.
Right.
And I turned it down.
Oh dear.
That was 12 of them. So now that would have been worth, right now about $1.2 million. But guess what? I still made a hell of a lot of money, and I'm not worried about it.
Ooh, I swallowed wrong.
I get it. I would have swallowed that
Trying to
one
drink.
wrong too.
Well, I guess I kind of choked when he said that you lost out on 12 Bitcoins. I'm like, no.
And they were $15 a piece back then.
So that $10,000 that I flubbed up on was Shiba Inu.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Shiba Inu had that huge spike. I was investing a couple of $100 per paycheck back when I didn't have all the bills on my shoulder. Couple $100.
Everybody told me that. Everybody also told me that. I listened to the Ninja. Remember the Ninja?
Mm-mm.
Do you listen to him?
No, I don't. I don't know who that is.
It's the economic ninja. He's talking about all this stuff right now. Oh, the crypto, you can do all this stuff and like that. I was like, okay, yeah.
Very volatile.
And the economic ninja is like I don't know, about 700 million followers now. And I've been listening to him, and I was like, yeah, no, not really. I'm not really impressed with that one, And then you look at all this other crypto and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, no, because I'm gonna tell you right now that you remember 9/11?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen very carefully. They were pumping up the verified ID, right? And then it fell off, and now they're pumping it up again because they're pumping up to the digital ID. And ever since the 90s, they've already done all the crypto mining they need to do on you and stuff like that. So they already know what you're gonna do. So what you're gonna do when they get the digital ID? You're either gonna submit or you're gonna do. And I'm not gonna go farther than that on that one because I don't want to get you all in trouble.
Big time.
Yeah, they'll be able to shut you off, shut you down. They already can. I mean, I've dealt with the IRS twice in my life, and I just threw down a little proclamation that says you're not even a legal organization for the Corporation of the United States of America, which you are 3002, Section 15, blah, 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 and I said, not even legal for the United States. So, what are you talking to me about again? and that's what I was
Oh,
telling him.
yeah. It's down to it's down to 0.50785.
Well,
Five zeros.
I just looked
Five
at
zeros.
them when I got to the IRS. I just slapped down that paperwork, said you're not even legal in the United States of America because you're based in Puerto Rico and you're a private corporation. And then I looked at them and said, how much do I owe you? The first time I said, well, we owe you $2,300. And I was like, thank you, God. And the other time said,
Yeah, I've
well,
dealt with the. Oh, okay, wait. I've dealt with the IRS before, but that's because I didn't file my taxes for 5 years or some shit like that.
yeah, it was the corporate taxes and stuff like that. But
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I pay myself
That's what-
$1 a year. I just file LLCs, and I'm only worth about $5 a year. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Okay,
smarter than
sorry.
most.
It's
Ain't your average. I can't believe it's not a box of chocolates, but I'm a little
point
smart now.
0.5 zeros and then 870. Shiba
Yeah.
is. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to deal with
Uh,
them on the way you got to deal with them. I mean, honestly, when I do a company, I file an LLC and I pay myself $1 a year. Okay, I'm only worth $5 a year right now. I'm so
I
sorry.
only have
I'm so
one
sorry.
LLC. I only have one LLC and it makes zero.
I know you don't make more than 10 grand a year. I think right now. I got to look at it
No,
right now. You don't pay any
no.
taxes.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying then, right?
Yep. But
Yep.
it's kind of in a holding pattern right now. I had to put it on the back burner because of family issues surrounding my mother.
I get it.
But now I'm ready to ramp it back up. So,
Well, every one of these stock accounts I'm doing right now, they're going to be in an LLC, and they can pay the capital gains, not me. And
right.
I'm just like, I'm a mystery guy because I tell the credit companies like, oh yeah, I make 250 to 500,000, maybe a million a year, and I'm just like, I don't care, And I bought a bunch of gold and silver, at 1,200 to 14,000, 1,400, on the gold, and I bought like silver like $12 and $14 an ounce, and I guess I'm a dummy, you know what I'm saying? And then I converted most of my 401ks to former jobs because I did a lot of military stuff,
Hmm.
and they you're around for like a year and a half, 2 years at the most. So I think most of those 401ks I built up on those, I turned them into gold IRAs, and the company I actually use a lot is Gold Co. So yeah,
One thing that I would really like to um, get a handle on is candle charts. You know, I see that the candles are supposed to tell you a story,
you're talking about
but
the charts when you're doing
mhm,
the market, right?
right.
Okay. So I look at the wicks and I see how they go up and down,
Hmm.
and I tried the Bollinger type of charts, and they just tell me everything I already know. So I just turned it off because I know
Hmm.
when the volume's going up and down, and I see it on charts because I'm actually a professional engineer as far as electrical engineer. That's
Hmm.
my main thing. So I see
Yeah.
charts and I see them go up and down, and I was like, well, I really don't need them because I already know what's going to go up and down. And so, what I'm thinking about doing in the New Year's, I think I'm going to do several on my drop trade channel. I'm going to sit there and do analysis and say, well, I know it's going to go up and down because of this and that. And I'm going to do a live chat, or I'm going to do like record that stuff and show people exactly what I know and what I think I know. Because, if I have a bad day, I make $200. If I have a good day, I make, $3,000 to $5,000. There you go.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Because, I mean, you have the knowledge to do that, so and you've worked to gain that knowledge, so why not make the money?
Well, I do know the knowledge.
Make a lot of money.
I do know the knowledge.
Yeah, I could probably apply myself harder and be there.
But I see the scalping, I see the sniping stuff, I see the range trades, I see the long plays and everything else. I play everything on that, and I'm doing pretty good. I do know that there's several prop codes out there that actually will fund you for like $50 or less, and I know that.
Yeah.
But I do know, and you can ask me.
I still go back to that $10,000 worth of SHIB I had. It just irks me so bad.
Oh, geez.
I could have rolled that back into something.
In 2005, I listened to Jim Cramer, and I bought Adelphia for my first swing trade stock, or my first, stock, and I lost my ass.
I didn't lose my ass on Shiba. I actually did make money, but I didn't make the $10,000.
Right.
And that was $10,000 over and above what I had already invested, which was close to 1,000.
But I lost my money on Jim Cramer in 2005. Were you in the market back then?
I'm actually looking back in my history, because this was on crypto.com. Oh, that's Bitcoin. I don't want Bitcoin. Bitcoin's too rich for my blood. No. Shiba Inu, where did you go? Shib.
I remember when people were telling me about buy what is it? That one that went up to 73 cents and then went back down to 14.
Doge?
Dogecoin, yeah.
Yeah, Dogecoin. That's another one I'm bitter about, because I sold it right before it spiked. I'm looking back in my transaction histories here.
I could look at penny stocks and do the same thing. They're good for a short time, but not a long time. Yeah, that's what it is.
Right. Yeah, penny stocks. Oh, here we go. So this was back.
I've made money on penny stocks. I've made money in penny stocks like GME and AMC. Okay. AMC, I bought that stock for like $5 and I sold for $60. And everybody says, "You're not an ape. You're not going to hold on to it." And I was like, "No, hell no. I'll take the money and run."
This was back in 2021.
Yeah, pretty much.
I made $4,000 on SHIB.
I made over $1 million than that.
Oh, I bet. I mean, that's great. But yeah, that when I finally realized that it was crashing, I cashed out and I made a $4,000 profit.
Yeah.
Back in 2021.
GME, I think I made like $300,000 on that. Okay.
And did I spend it wisely? No.
No.
Of course I didn't.
Most people think that they're, they think they're going to get in Starbucks and they make millions of dollars. And what they end up is losing their ass like a gambler. And, I'll give you a very good story about Vegas, okay? In my late 20s, I used to go out and gamble, and I'd make 3 to 5, 7 to 10 grand a day, okay?
Yeah.
And I finally got over there at the MGM, and I went to cash my chips out because I did roulette and blackjack. And they called me into their office and they said, "Well, you got all these chips and stuff like that, and you made too much money off of us." I was making good money off that, just like stock market. And they just took the chips and said, "Yeah, we're not going to honor this. And if you ever come back here, because we're banning you from Vegas, we may drive you out to the desert." That's it.
Hmm.
So I was banned from Vegas, banned from gambling. So I could not gamble and whatever. And I was very good at reading dealers as far as blackjack and roulette. Never did craps, but I cannot go back there again even today.
Mm. Yeah. I
I'm
don't
not-
gamble. Well, okay. I say I don't gamble, but I just sat there and told you about Shiba Inu, which crypto is pretty much gambling.
Yeah, I know.
If you don't know what you're doing, you know.
The ninja talks about it all the time.
But man, you know that I could have had if I had managed my money correctly, I could have had my own fucking house by now.
Oh,
You
I
know?
know. I know.
But back then I didn't know what was coming. You know?
Well, what's coming is that you remember 9/11, right?
Of course I remember.
Okay.
We're not
Well,
we're not allowed to forget.
we're not allowed to forgive. So, never forgive, never forget. That's one of the models that I had. Maybe I'm one of them. But the thing is that,
Wog.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But the thing is that we're looking at things right now, and we're looking at, can you make a lot of money doing this? Can you not make a lot of money? And my whole point is that never forgive, never forget. We're looking at this point, we have more things more important that's going on right now, and we have something in China that's evolving, and it sounds like what's his face that talks about this all the time. That talks like what I'm talking like in this voice. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Yeah. I
you
don't
know,
follow a whole lot of stuff, you know. I just kind of stick in my own little bubble.
right?
Hmm.
But I'm trying to talk like a voice, like I know that, you know, um, one of the guys I know that talks like this, and I'm trying to tell you that I think crypto is a in game because the fact is that they are planning on 1948 Bretton Woods reset. Okay, so you need to be careful about that. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, 1948, after World War II and all the countries were bankrupt, they turned around and the foreign bankers turned around and said, "Man, we're going to reset the currency and we're going to pick winners. We're not going to pick losers." And so they made somebody a dominant currency called the U.S. currency, U.S. dollar. And these are all foreign bankers that many presidents tried to get rid of and assassinated or tried to kill. So, like Kennedy's tried to get rid of the Federal Reserve. Lincoln, McKinley. You know these people?
Well, Lincoln and yeah, they're presidents.
They were all assassinated, right? And Andrew Jackson actually got rid of the Federal Reserve in the second term, and they tried to kill him twice. So watch the tablets, because this may be something you need to pay attention to. Because if Trump tries to do it, that's what's going to happen.
Well, I don't wish anybody to get assassinated. I don't wish
Well,
that on anybody.
but I'm trying to tell you that every time they've tried to get rid of the foreign bankers that run our money, they have taken them out or tried to take them out. So be very careful what you're doing. And on a financial status of this, be very careful with your money too, because gold's not going to be safe either, because in 1933, FDR, remember FDR?
Yeah, I've heard of FDR. I mean, I'm 48, so I don't think I wasn't alive back with FDR, when he was president.
Okay. FDR back in 1948 decided that you couldn't hold this much gold, so you had to turn it all into the government for the price that they wanted to pay instead of the market value. And guess what? You didn't make money off of it. So people like me that have gold and silver and everything else physically, and also in vaults and stuff like that with GoCo and stuff like that, they just stole the money.
Oh.
So be very careful about your investments. Put your money in stuff that you know you can hide it in, because I think in the end,
Land.
and what?
No, land. 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 Lima Alpha
Well,
November
there's still
Delta.
land too, because when
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you all know the situation in China. No.
Mm-mm.
Do you follow a channel called Decoding China?
No.
Probably sure. Because, most of the imports going to anywhere in the world are like down to 10% or less. Their factories are being dried up. Their liquidity is gone. And most of the world is withdrawing their funds from China. And China's collapsing. Plus, they have a real nasty disease called white lung disease, which is going to hit her pretty soon. So you all be careful about what you're doing right now, because it's getting pretty nasty, and they are right now in decline. They went from 1 billion people to like 800 million people. Okay, so watch Decoding China. That's a channel, and right now they're really in big trouble, and they're losing everything. And as far as the military stuff and all the stuff, do you know what that is about, anyways? Russia and China. Do you know what their military is?
Mm-mm.
Well, our electronic warfare systems are very complicated, and we throw up a bunch of growlers, with their fighters and their missiles. They can't hit nothing. The United States is some more advanced than they are, and I know about it because I worked in the military industrial complex for years, and I developed a lot of weapons and helped them develop weapons. And I know that they can't even compete against our weapon systems. So if they decide to go full bore against us, they would get their asses wiped in like 4 hours. I'm not kidding. Okay. So they have no defense against us.
Hmm.
None. Nada.
I
I know
just found
that.
a property in Arkansas.
Did you?
It's got restrictions though.
Yeah, you don't want that. I have no restriction on this. I'm actually selling my property in March and April. No restrictions, 3 years. You know, do what you want with it. But I'm gonna actually crank out 6 figures for the next 2 years on that one. But
The first question I would ask somebody who's selling a property is, does it have a barn?
well, I'm gonna make sure it has chicken house. But
Pool I can live without. I can live without a pool.
well,
Or,
I
you
got
know, I
I got
could.
a nice pool that's like you know, like 16 by 48.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that
Well,
thing's
pools are
running.
nice, but
Well,
pools are nice. But, you know, they're nice, but I can do without pools. Got to have a barn. Got to have cross fencing.
yeah.
Like that.
So you're looking at all this stuff in Arkansas, right?
It doesn't have to be Arkansas, but that's just what happened to come across my page. I love Arkansas. Arkansas is pretty because we used to go there for vacation when I was a kid, up in the Ozarks.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Well, I live in the Ozarks, and I actually
Yeah.
have cows everywhere and and ranches and stuff. It's really
Mhm.
pretty, and I love it here. I really do. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I could be close to the middle of nowhere. Still need access to a city with a children's hospital with an endocrine specialty.
That's 20
Because
miles up the road for Pocahontas.
mm,
Pocahontas
still
has that.
gotta get kiddo his medical care because he's not gonna get better. It's only treatable, not curable. So
What is the problem?
he's got type 1 diabetes. His pancreas doesn't make insulin anymore at all.
Okay.
So it's one of those things.
I'm trying to think of a remedy for that.
There's not. There's not. Just treatment. As long as he
Well,
gets the treatment, he's fine.
I know how to treat type 2 diabetes, but
Yeah, the mechanism for type 2 diabetes is I mean they both involve blood sugar and insulin, right? But the mechanism for type 2 diabetes is different. Type 2
yeah,
diabetes, you're still making insulin, but your body sucks at using it. Type 1
I, do,
diabetes, you're not making insulin at all.
I actually don't have a medicinal cure for type 1 diabetes. I'm sorry to tell you
Because
that.
there's not one because you can't fabricate insulin from plants. Insulin has to be fabricated either from an actual animal pancreas or in a factory.
Yeah, and usually a pig, but
Yeah, usually it's a bovine or porcine, yeah.
yeah, but I don't have a medicinal cure for type 1 diabetes. I'm sorry to tell you that. And I do
Yeah, I
know a
wish
lot
there
of things
was
about
one.
this. I do know a lot of things about diabetes, but that's one thing I don't have a cure for. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I don't.
It's, nobody does. That's the thing. I mean, they're working on things like islet cell transplants. I mean, he, could do a pancreas transplant, but that would be so hard on him. That's very invasive. Um,
How old is
and
your
it
kid?
may or may not. He's 11. It may or may not work. So I would rather not. And there's studies, to put the insulin making cells in muscle tissue to hide it from the body's immune system, because what happens in type 1 patients, is in most of the type 1 cases, there's different, actually there are multiple different kinds of ways to get diabetes.
Yeah, yeah, I understand, but I don't have a cure medicinally for
Yeah.
that. With it,
Nope.
I'm actually a person that actually does the medicinal cures, and herbal stuff, but I don't have one for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep. Nobody does. To be honest, nobody does.
I
But it's
would do
true
that
because
if I
insulin
did.
therapy is. Yeah.
If I did, I would actually offer it to you, but I don't have it.
Yeah. It's.
Type 2, I
I'm,
do have a cure for it medicinally, and I should probably not say it because it could be, detrimental to your channel. But I don't have one for type 1. I don't.
yeah. It's not. You can't make a damaged pancreas make insulin anymore. You have to replace the insulin or replace the ability to make it. And
Yeah, I know.
they're
And
working on it. They're working on it, but it's years and years and years away.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I can't help you on that one. I really can't. And I would if I could, but
Yeah, I would take over. I would, if I could just put my pancreas in his body and just be the one with type 1, I would, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way.
well, yeah. There's also you can dust up a liver, and depending on how the liver is, you can give a liver, but
Right.
uh,
Livers will regenerate. That's the really
mm,
interesting part
it de-
about.
it depends on how the liver is in the body, and
Right, but they do heal. They heal themselves. I had um they didn't they said it was some kind of cyst in my liver. Um and it was probably fatty liver, because this was probably, I think this was after that time I dropped 50 pounds in the span of 3 months. Um
yeah, actually, on my Drops Family channel, or Drops Homestead, it did some unfatted liver about cures for that too,
yeah.
medicinal.
No, my liver's fine. My liver's okay now, but I do think that I had the beginnings of fatty liver after dropping all of that weight um, that I dropped, and it's all back. I'm fat, but what
Well,
do you do? I just have to exercise.
oh, you're
It's-
fat. What are you talking about? You're healthy.
I'm fat.
Well,
I'm not saying I'm mad about it, but what I do, I don't feel good. I get out of breath too easy, and I just need to walk. My son and I walked probably, we walked about 2 miles on Halloween, all
mhm.
through the neighborhood. And it sucked. I was out of breath, but guess what? It didn't kill me, you know?
Well, fat liver is actually it's very few of it actually is caused by alcoholism.
Mhm.
It's caused by a very small amount. It's caused by natural stuff. So a lot of people that know fatty liver is actually caused mostly by alcoholism, which people drink too
Yeah.
much. And but
I rarely drink. Rarely.
yeah, well, what I'm trying to say is that it's not really caused by alcoholism. It's caused by uh, certain conditions in people's bodies. And I'm trying to tell people out there that, you know, it's caused by a certain condition.
Mhm.
I think it's like 1/5 of all that is caused by a certain body condition.
Being large, losing too
Well,
much weight too quick.
well,
Stuff
I
like
don't
that.
know.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm 6'2". I weigh 225 pounds,
That's
And
not bad. That's
yeah,
that's a pretty good body condition right there.
well, the thing is though, also that I had to wear 3X shirts because I got a chest of 58, and I guess I weightlifted like 6 months too much out of my year. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I had to wear a 3X shirt because otherwise it's pretty tight. And
Yeah, I mean, wear what's comfortable for you.
yeah, but I'm skinny, and I got monkey arms. I got like 3 foot arms, and I go to Walmart, and it's so funny because it's little ladies and say, "Can you grab that thing off the top shelf for me?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem." I go and grab it and bring it down. It's like, "Yeah, yep, I'm Lurch. I'm Lurch." You know, just a
There's
big
this one
old
gentleman around here. He's way more than 6'2". I'm telling you, he's got to be close to 7 feet
yeah.
tall. I mean, the guy is. I mean, he's skinny, but he's really tall. Like almost like I don't know if he has Marfan syndrome or what, but he's really, really tall and lanky. Um, I don't know what his name is, but I see him sometimes. He's African
You know,
and
I
he's
saw
really tall.
I saw some brothers over there in Washington State that had red hair. They had square necks, no necks. Square heads, no necks. They were really
Hmm.
tall and skinny. And they looked like they were from the Bible, and like they were, what do you call that guy? Guy who fought David, Goliath, right?
Goliath. Hmm.
Yeah. And I looked at them and I was like, there were 3 brothers there, and they were just like 7'6" or 7'4", and kind of reminded me of the 2 guards that I used to have, 7'8", 7'6", next to me. And I played center at 6'2" in a Mormon league because I used to play with the Mormons all the time over there in
Hmm.
Salt Lake. And they couldn't duck the ball, but I could. And they, you know, I passed them the ball and all this stuff, and I just like whatever. I hit a 3 point shot, but
You okay? You feel low? Let's see. Hold on, Dick.
yeah.
Oh dear. 84. You want some cookies? You're going down, dude. No, you're not getting 5 cookies. Did you wake up? Did it wake you up? What's going on? You weren't asleep? You should be. You should be asleep.
I guess I physically can't get 5 cookies.
You took the rest of the cookies. You monster child. Go eat your cookies. Go on. Go eat your cookies.
There's still crumbs left.
You gonna lick the crumbs out of the tray? Weirdo.
Still crumbs left.
Okay. No, he's got a blood sugar monitor on his arm. It sticks. Hey, hold on. Hey, kiddo, go plug this into the charger. It's at 9%. Fine. Fine.
My elves are going to deliver coal this year to somebody.
Huh?
My elves are going to deliver coal to somebody this year.
Oh no, he's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
ho,
He
ho,
doesn't have there's no school tomorrow. Actually, he's homeschooled, so
ho.
um giving him the week off from his schoolwork because all the
I
other
got
kids around
I
here
got
have
the
the week
letter.
off.
Thank you very much.
So he apparently
Who,
he's been awake this whole
who do you
time.
think you really talk to, anyways?
I don't know. Yep, he was definitely going down. He's at 84 right now, but he's like down, like the arrow's pointing down because it shows which direction it's going and how fast. It's actually pretty
Yeah,
neat.
sugar blood. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, I mean, he could have checked he's got the poker. He could have checked it there, but
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all right. Just for some reason, about this time of night, this is the second night in a row, and he didn't even stay up this late last night. You know, he starts having lows, so I need to do something about that. I need to call his clinic
Yeah.
and let him know what's going on because, and this is why I don't drink. He's the reason I don't drink
Yeah.
because I don't need, if I was drunk and passed out right now or last night and he had had a crisis, he was in a crisis last night. If he had had a crisis and I was drunk and passed out, that could have ended, that could have been really bad.
Well, you know what? If I'm in that situation right now, I would never drink, and I would actually just
Hmm.
be behind the wheel because I don't drink and drive. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I I have one drink very occasionally, but even before I have a drink, that's every few months. I make sure I look at the blood sugar trends. I look at, I make sure that he's not gonna go into a crisis, you
Yeah,
know.
I get it. I get it.
So
Yeah.
I would just rather not. I don't do any drugs. I don't really drink often. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore. I'm probably about the most boring person because I've been
Well, you
told
know what?
before by family members that I'm boring because I don't drink, that I don't know how to party. Oh, I know how to party. I used to go out into the woods with my friends. We'd go camping for the weekend, go out to the woods with my friends when I was a teenager and just drink all weekend, do the, smoke the pot, all that crap. I'm over
Uh,
that. I'm beyond that,
I
you know.
I never did marijuana. I never actually did all the stuff, but I did get a little hip on. But when you got a situation like you got, you don't do that.
Mm-mm.
You know,
Can't.
and I understand.
I'm not interested. I'll
Yeah.
have like Civvy sent me a snack box. It was delicious. She sent me a snack box for my birthday and it had this mango juice in it that was delicious. So I got that and I put a shot in of vodka and I had that and that was it. That was my drink for the year.
Yeah, well, I can't drink vodka because it really gives me a headache, and one shot and I'm
Yeah.
done. And tequila, my clothes come off, so I can't do that either. I remember
That's
one time,
interesting how different alcohols do different things to people. Like you said, vodka gives you a headache, but tequila makes your clothes come off.
yeah,
What is different about them? I mean, they both have ethanol or whatever in them, right? But
I
what
have
is
no
so
clue.
different about them
I have no clue.
that
I have
yeah.
no clue. But one shot of vodka gives me a headache. I can't even get drunk off of it, and I just
Mm,
can't drink vodka. And when I was a kid in high school, we used to sneak vodka into the oranges, or we would put it in a drink, whatever,
hmm.
and they couldn't smell it. So we actually could sit there and drink all day long, which I never really did, but a lot of my friends did. And tequila, too many shots of tequila, I just forget where the hell I'm at. And last time I did tequila, I ended up sleeping underneath a boat on the shores of Waikiki.
Oh my God. I mean, I
Yeah,
have alcohol here. I do. I've got several bottles of Everclear. I have vodka, about half a bottle of that, but then the other half went into a cork bottle with vanilla beans. So I'm brewing some.
you know what I use it for. I figure that
Mm,
if I had that alcohol, I can use it as antiseptic. Okay,
that's
so
exactly why I got the Everclear
yeah, and
back
that's
when back in 2020 when nobody could find hand sanitizer or alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I went to the liquor store and got Everclear.
yeah, I know. I have actually uh I actually have a couple of boxes of sanitizers
Mhm.
because I got them for free when I actually worked at a food bank and helped them out.
Mhm.
And I've
Yeah.
been doing that for years. I
Our
actually,
our food bank sometimes has hand sanitizer, but I've got 2 gallons of it, so, you know.
yeah, but I actually helped with a food bank back in Atlanta when I was there 20, 30 years ago, Sacred
Yeah.
Heart. And I helped out there, and I helped out there and when I was living in Washington State. And, the only reason why I moved out there was more folks out there from Montana, next close to my sisters.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I lived there. Otherwise, I would never lived there. I would have gone back to Georgia or Arkansas or whatever because I didn't like the West Coast. I didn't like it.
Well, speaking of that, okay, the 9th. Sorry, I just had a thought here. Oh, the 9th.
But
Where
I
did that
didn't like living out there out west. I really never did. Yeah, I know. I grew up in Montana. I was a cowboy and all that stuff, but I just really don't like the cold. And I really like it here in Arkansas. So it's a nice state. I thought about moving
How's
to
the
Missouri
weather though? How long have you been there?
a couple of years now.
A couple of years. Do you like the weather?
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty good, except for like a couple months where it gets a little bit cold.
Yeah. I mean, it gets a little bit cold everywhere. 9, 10, 11, 13.
Well, Montana can be like minus 30 in certain areas. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you
Well, it's
tell
further
me.
north though. It's further north. 5,
Well, the West Coast and North is a little bit different than
9.
them living on the East Coast. It's like,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I got mountains and I got cows and everything. It's pretty cool, actually.
yeah. Well, that's November 19.
Maybe
Sorry,
get
pardon me while I mumble to myself. Um,
Mumbler.
I'm trying to noodle something out in my head.
I know Mumbler. Give me crap.
Do I want to do that on the 9th? I don't want to do that on the 9th. The 13th, maybe.
Anyways, yeah, I just thought I'd
13th.
drop in and say hello.
Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. I do have to get to bed though. I got to get that one to bed because, kiddos, but we're just kind of, we're not doing much. It's pretty relaxed, but you mentioned food bank, so I just realized
Yeah.
I need to secure an appointment if I need that to fall back on next month.
Well, I actually have about 25 to 30 years worth of food stored up, and
Good, good,
I have
good.
seeds for 50,000 people in
20.
in a city to actually grow a victory garden. I've
Yeah,
already got all this stuff secured, and
18.
but most people don't have that stuff stored up, and you need to think about alternatives, for food and for storage and for seeds, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't do that. They did
Yeah, a lot
not
of people
prepare.
don't. Um, 18.
They just don't prepare.
I've got 2 pantries full, 2 freezers. Um, but I just make sure that every month I have a secured appointment there just
But
in case.
how many people are you supplying stuff for though? That's another thing too,
2.
because you
2.
got two
2.
little young ones, and then you got yourself on
No,
top of
no, no. 2 total. Me and him. 2 total. I
that.
don't have 2 little young ones. I got one.
But you got to prepare for yourself and you got to prepare for others, because when it comes down to stuff hits the fan, people are not going to stand at the door and say, "Thank you, please give me another." They're going to beg, and then they're going to be really mean about it. So you have to have some resources to actually say, "Okay, well, if you're going to do this and that, you got to do this and that." Okay.
Barter. Yeah. No, you're
Now,
right. You're absolutely right. Um,
they're not going to argue with a man like me. They're going to say, "Okay, yes, sir," and we'll do whatever we have to do to eat. Okay. But if they're going to look at you, you're not 6'2" and a monster. Okay. You understand?
yeah, I'm 5'2".
There's a different. Yeah. Well, one of my sisters is 5'2". Shortest one in the family. And she's also the meanest one. If you
I'm
cross
mean.
her,
I am
if you
mean.
cross her, she'll crawl on your back and stove your head in. Okay. So
Good.
she, different story. Okay. But there's not many women like that are 5'2". Okay.
Take the 615 on. Okay. Yep. Got it. All right.
Okay. You done with your midget stuff?
Yes, I'm done with my midget stuff.
I'm just trying to get killed. I don't mean to do that.
I'm not coming after you. I'm not.
Well,
It's
no,
not
I'm
the
just
6'2".
doing
It's
my
just that
Bill
look.
Clinton thing where I'm sitting there. I'm just gonna sit there and cry and like, hope you don't kill me, Hillary.
I'm not going to sit there and cry. I'm going to figure out how to fix it. That's what I'm going to do.
But
You
you know
know.
what I mean. And I got a mean sister who's 5'2", and she will climb on the back of your neck and stub it in if she has to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember my other sister. She was like 5'8". Okay, and the other sister took karate and all that stuff. It didn't do her a damn bit of good, because that other sister just came and knocked the hell out of her. So, you
Siblings.
gotta look at some of these women that's 5'2", and it's like, I don't mess with that. I don't want to do nothing with that. It's just like, oh God,
She's
no.
quiet, isn't she? She's a quiet one, isn't she?
No, actually, she used to be kind of offensive, and then she got used to my humor, and she was like, "Okay, I get it now. I'm not gonna beat your head in." It's like, oh, thank God.
So, because you know what they say, it's the quiet ones you have to worry about.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty quiet sometimes, but I hate to tell you how many people I had to kill in my lifetime for the service of this country, but jeez, I'm just telling you, be prepared, inform, and educate, and prepare people, because that's probably the best thing you can do in this world for everybody in this world. And if they don't want to listen, give up on them, because they ain't
I've
gonna
been
listen.
called a food hoarder. I don't think I'm hoarding food. I use my stuff. I rotate it.
I know.
It doesn't just sit there and swell. I have a lot of commercially canned stuff.
There's people that
Okay.
have not. There's people that have not in this town that I could actually feed them for 2 or 3 years if everything got cut off. And I'm looking at a town of people, like 100 people at this point. Okay. They have more than enough seeds for a town of 50,000 people to grow victory gardens, each one of them.
And the best thing that a person can do for somebody is teach them how to grow food, how to can, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
The best thing
exactly.
the knowledge is power, right?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do with people, and I don't care about being monetized because I don't need to worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, I learned how to can from YouTube.
At 9
I
years
never
old,
physically sat. No,
I learned
not
at 9 years old.
you
Okay?
learned at 9 years old, yeah. But I
Yeah,
never had anybody to sit with me and teach me how to can. I was never taught this growing up.
Well, my folks are
I had to
Mormon.
learn from YouTube.
My folks
You
are
know.
Mormons, and we learned how to
Oh
can.
my God. Are you
And
serious?
everything else. Yeah, I'm serious.
I was born in Ogden.
Oh, okay. Well, I was born over there in Montana, but we were Mormons back then, and we moved to
Yeah.
Salt
My
Lake.
mom was born in Salt Lake. She was the Mormon. My dad was not. I've got lots of family up there.
I graduated from the University of Utah. There you go.
Nice.
Running
Not
Ute.
BYU.
There you go. No, not
Ute.
BYU. I had nothing against BYU, but I went to college at University of Utah. There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm in Ute. And so somebody
I
said
mean,
something about Ute yesterday on Trade Channels, like, yeah, whatever, shut up. Go with your cowgirls over there in Texas.
I
You
don't
know,
follow sports. I think the rivalry is entertaining, um, to say the least. But yeah, I am from Utah. So is my mother.
okay, which part?
Pioneer
You said
bloodlines, blah blah blah.
Ogden. You said
Huh?
Ogden, right? You said Ogden.
Ogden.
Yeah, I've
Hmm.
been up there many times. I spent like most of my uh, about 20 years over there in Utah as a child. I actually had a business over there. In fact, you might have. I actually started in ISPs over there, dial-ups, and one of them is called Comsys Corp, and the other one, which I got a lot of attention to, was Jackass ISP. And
So I did not, because I am an Air Force brat. So that's why I'm in Texas, is because the Air Force reassigned my dad to Texas when I was 2.
That's so funny, because my dad was actually in the service, and he was also in the government, and uh, he was over in Florida serving in the Army, and he flew in Vietnam, flew helicopters mostly, or planes, and then they ended up in Texas. He met my mother when he was 23, and after 6 weeks, she said, "The hell with it." She drove down there to Texas. "You're gonna marry my ass." So,
My parents met in LA. They were both in the Air Force. My
yeah.
mom actually outranked my dad at the time, because I don't know what ranks they were, but my mom was higher, and he started a fire in his kitchen accidentally.
My
They
dad
lived in the
was
same apartments,
my dad
and
was an
he
LC. My dad was an LC in '04. And my mother was actually just enlisted at I think '05, and no,
yeah.
E5, and she they met up in Colorado when he was up there, and about 5 weeks later she drove down, or 5 6 years later she did drove down Texas, said, "You're gonna marry me," and he did. So
So it's really funny, because they were friends for a while, and she kept trying to set him up on dates, and making sure that he was happy. And well, they ended up getting married to each other. And
no,
my mom did not remain in the end. She didn't remain in the Air Force after her commission.
no, my mother was a teacher over there in Colorado, and after 5 weeks, she just drove down to Texas, said, "You're going to marry me." Damn it! I don't care. I don't care. You're going to marry me.
That's
My second wife, we talked like 3 or 4 months on the internet, and then went over for a week or so like that. And about 6 weeks later, she was like, "We're getting married." I was like, "Okay, okay, I'm doing it." But almost 20 years later, she died of cancer. But after,
Aw.
it's like, okay, I'm done. I got it. I'm doing it.
I
I'm not
just
going to fight it.
I cringe when I think about having another grown up living with me. The child is fine. He is my progeny. He is my offspring.
Oh, I know. But you know what?
He's fine, but
When it
I
hits you, it hits you. And
I don't
I'm
know.
like, I just like, well, God chose that for me, and that, that's what I do. And I'm not looking anywhere for anything anymore. I'm almost 61 years old, and I'm not looking for another child, not looking for another wife, and I'm just trying to live my life and help others in that
Yeah.
respect. In that respect,
You do what makes you happy.
I,
What makes me happy is you know, being able to have a say in what, in household, uh, in my house. This is my house. This is my castle. I am head of household. This is my domain, and I just don't think I could invite anybody else into my domain. Does that,
yeah,
that sounds
I know,
really,
I know.
uh, it sounds really weird, because usually that's what, the men, like the man of the house or whatever. There is no man of the house, you know. Um,
Well, I
I just,
understand
I
that.
just couldn't, I just couldn't, at this point, um, I would not be able to, what are the words I'm looking for? Pass that torch on to somebody, if, you know.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. And you know what? I'm not looking for nothing. And my friend, which is a female, she's
Hmm.
not looking for that either. But we're actually good friends, and we hang out together and do everything together. And she just lost her husband like over a year and a half ago, and I'm not really looking to snatch into that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not desperate, and I
Hmm.
don't care. I'd just rather be a friend than anything else. You know?
Friends, sometimes, actually a lot of the times, just being friends is enough.
Well, you know what?
Uh,
Part of a relationship is being friends, and
mm-hmm.
and I don't see. I'm getting up there where I'm in my 60s now, and
Hmm.
I really don't think that. Hey, I'm not going to jump into something, right? And but I do have feelings for her, a lot of feelings for her, and I could be good friends with her, and I am. And maybe that's enough, you know. So it is what it is. Because if you try to project more than it is and try to push things, you can push people away. And then there's also the people that try to be controlling. And, that's another thing, too. And you got to look at that, too.
One minute, Dick. Are you pantomiming that you're hungry?
Yeah, I'm so hungry. I feel sick.
Well, there's a kitchen. Go get you some chicken patties. You don't have to ask me if you can eat. You just tell me what you're going to eat so we can do the insulin, okay? You getting some apples? Okay, get some apples. All right, go eat some apples. You know how much insulin, right? Okay, because you have to have it with those. He's him hungry.
I
It's
know.
about time for both of us to go to bed, so I need to get him a snack and
I know. But you know
um
what? If you ever get involved with somebody again, you need to make sure that that's an equal partnership and they're both supportive to what you want to do. And
yeah,
I've
oh
seen so many
definitely.
bad
Look at it,
relationships
right?
where it's not the same.
Nothing on it, right? Look at the top.
Well, don't eat it if it's rotten.
Like,
Go give it to go give it to the I don't know. We'll take it and put it out in the park for the birds or something later. I don't know.
Go eat the
The,
cockroaches.
the the apple had a rotten spot on the stem end, like it was rotting into the core. Oh, I don't
Y-
want an apple, thank you. That's
if I was to give any advice to people that actually think about getting remarried or whatever, I would give people advice like this: do not take somebody that does not advantage your position, does not have a
exactly
job in the car, and
right.
and also you need to think about how will this affect my family and
Uh-huh.
everything else, because I've seen too many people dive into bad situations and stuff like that, and it's like, you know,
That's what keeps me from actually diving into a situation is I have my goals. I want property. I want horses. I want a house. I
yeah,
protect my son.
there's a lot of
Um,
bad crap out there, and you got to be careful. And
oh yeah,
you have to make wise decisions. And is this person, you know, not only do you really love them, but are they going to be good for your situation? You know, because at
right,
this point in your life, when you're young and dumb and you're 20 years old or 18 or whatever, you make a lot of
right.
stupid decisions.
Oh yeah, I've made my share of stupid decisions, but I'm also not a young and dumb teenager. Come here.
Yeah, well, I avoid redheads like the plague because
Come here.
all four of them have been nothing but turmoil and a dump site, you know. And I'm
What was
sorry,
he?
but I like
Come here.
redheads,
Have
but
you today already? Actually, I think he's had two today.
He's had 2 treats today?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay, no more. These are not cheap. Cat.
yeah, well, the cat's got a turkey, smoked turkey leg today, and they
He,
were happy. They ate
I've
it
got
all
one
right down the
cat.
bone. I got three, and
Uh,
the ex crazy girlfriend left him, so it's like, whatever. And so,
I had 2. I usually have 2 cats at a time, but a couple of years ago, I had to put one of them to sleep. He was 20 and he was very frail. Um, so I had to have him put down and I haven't gotten another one yet. And
I've got 5 cats outside. They're all outside cats, and everybody dumps their cats out here. So I
yeah,
feed cats
fine.
that not even mine.
Yeah, financially, it doesn't make sense to put another animal in the house or another person. If I, if I don't feel like I can feed 2 animals, I'm not going to get 2 animals. I can feed one, you know, so I'm sticking with
I can
1 cat
feed
for
the
now.
whole neighborhood. I don't care,
Yeah.
but I'm not in the same financial situation as most people on this channel or you or whatever. I mean,
No.
I just look at real estate and I buy it and I cut off like 6 figures off every year off of it, and then I do the same thing with stocks and everything else, and I don't really
So
care.
when you buy a property, do you fix the do you if there's a structure on it like a house, do you fix the house? Find out what's if it needs anything and repair it and then sell it or
Well,
or
on the side business, what I do on real estate, honestly, is I look at it and see if it's going to go up in property value first. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I look at where it's at and where I can sell it at and what price I think it's going to project within the next 2 or 3 years. Because
Mm.
I know that according to the capital gains law, um, I can add the base price of the house I bought it for. And if I'm single, which I am now because I'm not married because my wife died, I can
Mhm.
sell for $250,000 more. And if I'm married, I can sell for $500,000 more plus the base price. So you're looking at tax-free money making 6 figures within 2 years, which is the law currently right now.
Mhm.
So I do
So you
that.
invest the cash in a house, let the property value climb, sell it,
I
and
fix it up a
then
little bit to make
you
it more
sell it through a
presentable to sell. And
you have a pass-through entity, right? You've got the LLC, so you're doing this through your LLC, which is a
I don't
pass-through
have to. I can do this individually because
individually. Okay.
there's no tax gains on the house, because if I sell it for the base cost plus the 250,000 $250,000, I can make $125 or $100,000 a year just selling a house every 2 years. And so the house I have right now, I can probably when I fix it up, do more to it. Right now, I could sell it for like $125,000 a year for 2 years. Okay, so if I fix it up, I can make an extra $50,000 to $100,000, and I have to pay no capital gains tax because of it. That's been the side business. This is my 5th house. I've done this before. I know what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do.
Right.
I just want a house I can live in. I've got my eyeballs on one, but that would mean a relocation and potentially having to find another job, which where it
Well,
is, there might not be a whole lot of job opportunities up there.
well, one of the
And
things
it
I've
needs
done
work.
recently is I also find new jobs and side jobs. And I got on topstep.com and
On
they have
where?
the
On where?
topstep.com.
Tops.com. Topstep.
.com. You can get yourself a valuation account. And if you can prove that you make $3,000 without losing $2,000, they'll fund you with an express account, and you can keep 10,000 in your first part of money, and then you get to keep 90,000 after everything you make. Now I've got almost 3 or 4 accounts on that, and I've been doing my own stock accounts and making money off that, 4 broker accounts, and in the past years. But it's much better to go because once you qualify for their funded account, you don't have to pay any more money, and you get to keep the money.
Uh-oh. Are you still there? Did I lose you? Dick. Oh, Dick, looks like I lost you. Whoopsie. Did your phone die? Well, it's about time to get to bed, though. Looks like my internet connection's still working. Internet dropped out. That's okay. We can pick this up another time, Dick. I've got my email address is on my page description. If you want to just drop me an email, it's there. I got to get this kiddo to bed. I've got a turkey to put in the oven later today because I didn't do Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving because of some logistical issues. Anyway, good talk, Dick. I will talk to you later. You have a good night. Bye.